What is up, everyone? It's your dude, International Passport, here again for another classic. I would say before I even go any further in the stream, this will be one of my most important live streams, something that will be life changing for you, brothers. Financial advice, like the brother said in the live stream chat, you won't get anywhere for free. I want to say a huge shout out to my old subscribers. Thank you very much for supporting the channel since 2017. It's been a rocky couple of years, but we're still standing, brothers. So please keep supporting. I want to say a huge shout out to my new subscribers. Welcome aboard the powerful international passport movement. First and foremost, brothers, please hit the like button. That's very important for engagement and for the algorithm. And of course, please hit the Cash App and the Super Chats to support the channel. It's 1:40 over here in the UK, and we'll probably be ending the stream at 5 a.m. So I'll be very tired before work, but I do things for you, brothers. So please support the channel. In this live stream, we have a very special guest here called Faded_Codes. The brother has taken the time out of his day to come in here and drop pure financial knowledge for brothers. So without any further ado, I will let the brother introduce himself, who he is, what he does, how he found my channel, and we'll go on from there. How you doing, brother?
What's up, IP? How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. How are you?
Blessed, black, and highly favored, my man. You
I
know,
love hair.
that's the answer I'll always give. You know, it's the answer I'll always
Fantastic, bro.
give.
Please introduce yourself to the live stream panel, brother, and we'll go on from there.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can call me Faded Codes. I'm a software engineer. Slash, but right now I am sitting in the role as a senior integration engineer at one of the big consulting companies in America here. Basically, spent 8 years working for the government, moved into this neighborhood that I lived in, suburban America. Met this guy called Tony Berry, who basically took me underneath his wings as a mentor. You know, there's like at that time we were the only black men or black families in this neighborhood, so we bonded. We got very close. And he basically taught me everything that I know in terms of how to handle money, what it means to have money, um, uh, you know, and in terms of travel, let's see where I've been. Okay, in terms of travel, because I know this is an international travel channel, so let's see where I've been. You ready? You ready, IP?
Yes, bro. Go on.
Okay, so I lived in Germany for 4 years.
Damn.
I've been to Israel. I've been to the UAE. I've been to Switzerland, France, Spain, Belgium, Luxembourg, uh, the Spanish Canary Islands, um, Amsterdam, England, like 2 or 3 times. Been to the Caribbean, been to Canada, Sweden, uh, France. I'm not sure if I said France already, but yeah, I'm well traveled. Um, you know, I'm well traveled. Been to Jordan, all these places. And when I say been to, I mean use my money to get there. Spent time there, as in more than a week. I just came back from Spain like last month, right? So um, that's me in a nutshell, man.
Damn. Thanks for that, bro. I'm gonna reach out to you again, bro, to speak about your experience as a brother in those countries, man. But this stream, I'm gonna keep it very serious about financial advice. Um, so, bro, without any further ado, before I go any further, I got a couple of super chats, brother. Shout out to Matumbo Dibwe for the $1 super chat. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, brother. How you doing? Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. J Bones for the $1 super chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated, bro. Shout out to Naeem Abdul Ayad for the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Shout out to Mr. Joshua Epps for the $499 super chat. He says, think finance first. Thank you, IP. Brothers need this for sure. Yes, indeed. Thank you, brothers. Now, Mr. Faded Codes, I'm going to share your presentation regarding the financial advice.
Yeah,
The
sure.
floor is yours, brother. And of course, fire away, brother.
All right, cool. Great. Thank you, man. So, all right, it's great to have money. We all know what it means to have money, right? For many of us, we're the first generation that will have money, right? It's great to travel, but you need money to travel. Everything that we do comes back to money, right? So let's get right into it, right? Let's talk about now. All right. What what do you do with money now? Right? Your goal is to travel, it's not how much you make, it's about how much you save, right? Because, a wise man once told me that, if you make $150,000 a year, right? And you only keep 1,000, and then somebody else makes 100,000 and keeps 3,000, then the guy who made 100,000 made more money than you that year, right? So that's what it means in terms of holding on to what you got, man, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys some steps that I've made along the way to get to where I'm at. The last stream that I was on with my mentor Tony, I mentioned, hey, I have 3 401ks because of Tony. I mentioned how I'm able to save money, how I'm able to live on a budget because of Tony, right? And all that stuff. And of course, I have a pretty smart wife downstairs who, is not materialistic, and we live on a very good budget, you know. So right off the bat, I just want to say, me and IP, we're not financial consultants in any way. What we are giving to you guys is free game, free advice that we've gotten, and free knowledge that we've picked up along my 30 years here on Earth, and however long IP's been alive and been in this game. So that's what we're going to translate to you guys. And think of this as like a conversation. So please throw the questions out. And guys, if you have anything that you guys want to share with us, throw it in the comment section as well. I would love to hear more input and feedback. I love to get critiqued, right?
Hold on, brother. If you have any questions for the guest, please cash up or super chat your questions, or else he will not answer your questions. You must cash up or super chat your questions. If not, call in later on the show. That's what I want to say, bro. Carry on, bro.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for that, IP. All right, so let's some of my motivational quotes that I like every single day. Key to life, keep the bag coming. That's Jay-Z right there, right? 3 income streams. I have 3 income streams, right? And I feel like that's not enough, because I feel like I should be getting paid every single day when I'm on Earth, right? Because that's how hard I work. They should pay me like they owe me. My presence on this earth is a privilege, right? So they should pay me to be here. That's how I feel. That's how I think, right, gentlemen? And I'm going to give you guys towards the end of the slide, of the presentation, we're gonna talk about some things that you guys can do to have some little side hustles, right? Success is my idol. Being broke is my rival. It's great to travel, right? But no woman on earth is hollering at a broke guy. None whatsoever, right? Next one is by the great late, Nipsey Hussle, who's I think is like one of the greatest black men to trot this earth. And the other one is just Biggie. Stop buying things you don't need to impress people you don't like with money that you don't have, right? It's great to cop a chain, but more important is lawyer fees. That's Jay-Z again, right? There you go. It's good to look fly, guys. We all like to look good. We all like to look amazing, right? But it's good to make sure that we have that money for that rainy day when we have to show up in court, right? Or for that rainy day when our card gets pulled, right? And we need money, instant cash for something, right? So we already covered what it means to have money, right? Ways to keep your money. Let's talk about that. Living on a budget, right? Control your spending. Case in point, I have my little nifty whiteboard here that I have for work, right? So, everyone lives on a budget. I don't care who you are. The rich live on a budget. Trust me, I know, right? But the poor, they don't. You know why? Because they want to catch up to the rich, right? The rich people live on a budget. Trust me. Every guy that I know who's better off than me has a financial guy who tells them how much they can spend every month, right? So you just don't mind me. I'm looking here because I have some notes on the side here that I'm reading off of, right? So living on a budget just basically helps us to prioritize our spending and show us where we're leaking money, right? Uh, it also, shows us like where we can save money. For example, I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't need to have the ESPN sports package because I can read the sports online, right? I can read the headlines online. You understand what I'm saying? So I pay for what I use. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need to have HBO, right? Because I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm always around my computer, right? So just know where your money is going. You understand what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. Case in point, let's say me, I am a heavy coffee drinker. I drink maybe 7 or 8 of these a day, and I drink black coffee, right? None of that sexy stuff or copy frappe foolishness, right? So let's say I go to Starbucks 3 to 4 times a day, right? So I pay on average, let's say I pay $6 for a cup of coffee, right? $6 for a cup of coffee, right? And I go there 4 times a day. That's $24 in one day on just coffee. $24. Now, that may not sound like a lot of money, right? But let's say I'm a kind guy, I like to leave a tip. Let's say I leave a $6 tip, right? In that entire day. Now, that $24 now becomes $30 in a day, right? Now, let's say I go to Starbucks every single day. That's going to be $30 a day times 365 days in a year, right? Gentlemen, this is a lot of coffee, right? This is $10,950 in a year on just coffee. Now, not everybody goes to Starbucks every single day of the year. In America, an average working year is 261 days. So let's say out of the 365 days of the year, I still pay $30, but I only go on 261 days, right? Now these are working days on average in America, right? 261 days, that's $7,800 plus or minus some change on coffee in a year. This is what we spend, the average American spends on coffee in one year, right? Now, this is what I did. This is just me. I say, okay, I uh I drink a lot of coffee. Let's just say I buy myself a Breville. This is an espresso maker. It makes the same kind of coffee that they make at Starbucks, right? And I buy this coffee maker for, I don't know, $400, right? And I pay, that's now that $400 a one-time fee, and I pay $200 every 4 months. I pay $50 for a 5 pound bag of coffee. So 4 times 5 is 20. So that's $200. That's $600 in one year on coffee. And I brew the coffee downstairs myself, and I steam the milk myself for my wife and make her little lattes and whatever. Right now, remember, this is what we're spending. So my Breville is $600 plus 1 year supply. That right there is already a savings of $7,200 on just coffee. This is what I'm saving on just coffee. You know why? Because next year, when the year rolls over, uh, just get this. Next year, when the year rolls over, I don't have to spend that $400 for a new machine. I just have to spend $200 every year. And that covers 5 pound, my 5 pound bag every quarter. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I'm talking about with living on a budget, knowing where your money is going, right? So now I don't have what some financial people like to call uh what do they call it? Like impulse spending. I don't spend on impulse. I don't see Starbucks and want coffee, right? I don't have to go. I can drive past a Starbucks, right? It's the same thing like eating fast food, you know. Living on a budget shows where you're leaking cash. Case in point, my example right there, right? I mean, it's great to reward yourself every now and then. I reward myself, with like simple things like I go get a haircut, right? I might, when I get a paycheck, I do something nice for myself. I buy myself something nice, right? But we're talking about trying to cut back on all that stuff. I bet you a lot of you didn't know that you were spending 7 grand a year on coffee, right? So what we're trying to cut down is just impulse spending, gentlemen. Impulse spending, right? You look at something online, it's nice. Hey, I saw a really nice purple label polo shirt that I liked yesterday. $750. Do I need it? Nah. Can I afford it? Hell yeah. But hey, $750, man. I'm working from home. You know what I'm saying? If I could write that shirt off, I'll buy it. But I mean, come on. Another thing with living on a budget, it helps us to know how much money we have coming in. We all know how much money we make every 2 weeks, right? But how much of that money is being saved? How much of that money is being retained, right? After you pay your bills, right? Except let's say you make 5 grand every 2 weeks. You're talking about taxes, the mortgage, your light, water, basic utilities, and let's say you have 2 G's left, right? Can you survive on that $2,000 until the next 2 weeks? How much of that $2,000 do you need to survive for the next 2 weeks, right? Another thing with living on a budget, it helps us to get to our financial goals. We all want to travel. We all want to travel. We want to go to Japan. We want to go to Brazil. We want to go to all these exotic places and we want to go there in style. I'm not sitting on a plane going to Japan unless it's a first class seat because it's a long ass flight or a business class seat. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's just me, right? I'll 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 save myself 2 days in terms of back aches and stuff like that. And that is a financial goal that I have. Hey, when I'm going to Japan, I want to fly in style. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save towards that. But in order to save towards that, I need to know where I'm leaking cash, how much of my money am I holding on to, and am I controlling my spending? So it all ties back in together. Knowing how to control impulse spending, what I was telling you guys about, right? Use cash. Use cash. Let me say it again. Use cash. Think of it like this, gentlemen. You get paid. You pay all your bills. Your checking account says 2 grand, $2,000. You say to yourself, okay, out of this $2,000, I would like to pay myself $500. Take $500 out of the machine, and that's it. Don't go back to the ATM because when you have cold hard cash, it makes you think about it. Like, really? Do I really, really, really need to buy that stupid thing right there? Do I really need to go to that place right there? Right? Because it says 5.99 on the sticker, but the sales tax drives it up to 7. You understand what I'm saying? And before you know it, $500 becomes $493. And then it continues to go down and down and down and down until you're out of money. You understand what I'm saying? There's people making tons of money but cannot survive because they don't know how to live on a budget. You understand what I'm saying? It's not this. There's nothing wrong with saying I live on a budget, right? Nothing at all. Use a charge card, for example. Myself, sometimes I don't use cash. I do a lot of online spending. I use a charge card. My preferred charge card is the American Express Platinum. In order to qualify for this card, yes, I have good credit. right? No, you don't have to spend so much on it. Yes, there's an annual fee, but the rewards on this thing is amazing. So I said, okay, cool, I'll take it. Because on that charge card, I can limit myself to $500 every 2 weeks, right? Think about the uses of this item. How will it benefit myself? How will it benefit my family? Right? How will all these how will all these great things that I'm buying help me? Right? Do I really need to go grab some Jordans for $600 on StockX or Stadium Goods or whatever? Right? I mean, let's think about it. Separate your wants and your needs. Okay? Separate your wants, your needs. I'm just going to say that again. Separates your want and your need. I want a playable sweater for $750 on Neiman Marcus. I want that. But do I need it? Nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm moving a little fast here because I'm almost out of slides.
Oh, you maybe you are, bro. But let me come in, bro. Let me help you out with this. I've got a couple of super chats and cash apps. So
Okay, yeah,
take a
sure.
breather, bro. You're doing a great job, brother. I'm learning a lot of game from this, bro. But bro, I'm telling you, the floor is yours. Take your time, bro. It's all good, bro. Shout out to Mr. Kingo Kitsune for the $5 super chat. He says throws money at the screen. Thank you, bro, for the support, brothers. Make sure supporting me and my movement is part of your budget every year. You know, it's a lot of hard work on my end. So, brothers, you know, shout out to Mr. Kingo Kitsune. Shout out to Mr. Jalil Davis for the £10.91 cash app. He says for late, but this is what we need to study, brothers. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jalil Davis, a regular hardcore supporter alongside King Kitsune. Brothers, hit the cash app, hit the super chats. Please support what I'm doing. A lot of hard work goes on my end, and I'd be much appreciated, brothers. Carry on, Mr. Fader Codes.
I see a $2 question here.
Okay, hold on, bro. Shout out to Jay Bones for the $1 super chat. Mr. Jay Bones, thank you, brother. Much appreciate. Another regular supporter. Much respect to you, brother. No swearing, Rad Kilo Talandi. Please avoid swearing. Shout out to Mr. Suo987 for the $2 super chat. He says here, how did you get a good and frugal wife? Good question there, Suo.
Um, well, so it's about communication, understanding. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about knowing what our goals are financially, knowing the lifestyle that we want to live, and knowing, uh, you know, I guess you could say, knowing how to talk about things, right? I don't restrict my wife. My wife, I don't pocket watch my wife. There's a great man called Louis Farrakhan who always said the the purpose of a man is to protect and provide, and that's what I do. I protect and I provide. You understand? My wife doesn't have to ask my permission to spend money, but I get the final say
Mm.
if it's at a certain amount. You know why? Well, for one, my wife isn't American. My wife doesn't care
Oh,
about the Louis Vuitton bags and the red bottom heels and the Versace dress. She doesn't care about these things. You understand? She cares about getting on that plane, going on vacation, making sure that this house is running every month. You understand what I'm saying? That's what she cares about, you know? So it's about communication, it's about understanding boundaries, right? It's about showing, hey, this is where I am and this is where I want to get to. And most importantly, learning from other people's mistakes.
Wonderful,
learning from other people's mistakes. So
wonderful, bro. And bro, where's your wife from, brother? What country?
my wife is from Germany.
Oh, there you go, brothers. Mr. Fader Codes. I'm looking forward to a future stream where we talk about your German wife
Yeah.
and your trips abroad. To different countries and how women treated you. It's going to be a
Hmm.
classic. Thank you, bro. Brother's wife is from Germany. You don't hassle him. He's a man of the house. He's the masculine man. She's a feminine woman, and brother's living a great life. Again,
And she's
brother.
a and my wife is very cultured.
Mhm.
Her mom is from Africa and her dad is German. So she's very cultured, she's very disciplined, and she's very easy to live with.
Mm.
Very, very easy. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made, right?
Is she mixed race?
Yes, yes.
Brother, I told you about the mixed race German chicks in my video 3 years ago, brother. I went to Germany. I told brothers about the mixed race German chicks. They're checking for brothers, and they are feminine as hell. Again, my intel proven correct. Shout out to Peter Coles for again proving my
And
intel correct.
I didn't even know you at the time, IP. Imagine that, huh?
Oh man, brothers, thank you for that, Mr. Fader Codes.
Yeah,
Shout out
man.
to Wealth Engineering for the $5 super chat. He says, I got a small budget for IP. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, brother. He says, good job, Fader Codes. So important to separate wants and needs. Shout out to Tony, your mentor as well. Shout out to Mr. Tony Berry. Hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you again, Wealth Engineering. Shout out to Mr. Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. He says, hello, IP. Sending blessings your way for the intel. Sending blessings to you back, Mr. Conrad Grant. Thank you, brother. Another regular supporter. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you. Shout out to Random Inc. for the $3 super chat. Already another classic. Yes, indeed. Not even half an hour in, and this is already a classic live stream. So enough of the super chats. Mr. Fader Codes, carry on with the live stream, bro.
Definitely. My brothers, credit cards. I call them the devil cards. That's it. They can be good and they can be bad. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that most of you guys don't know. IP, let's talk a little bit. Have you ever made a purchase or had some fraud on your debit card, IP? Somebody stole your debit card and made a purchase.
Oh no, thankfully not. No, so
Okay.
not. No.
Well, I have. And you
Oh
know what? In America, you know what they tell you when somebody steals your debit card?
no.
Your money will be returned in 5 to 7 business days or 7 to 14 business days. You know why, IP?
Why?
Because they look at your transactional history and they look at your spending pattern at that place where the fraud was committed. So if you're a guy who shops at, let's say, Target, and you spend $200 at Target, and somebody sees your credit card and spends 250, do you think you're going to get that 250 back?
Probably not.
Probably not, right?
Mhm.
Now, the good thing about credit cards is this: you're not spending your money, you're spending their money. So you always get when somebody commits fraud on a credit card, you always find that the charges are always erased a lot faster, especially if it's a reputable company like American Express. That is why I love American Express. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somebody steals my debit card and swipes it for $1,000. I have to I have to wait days to get that money back. And I have to put fingers and toes crossed, hoping I get that money back. Somebody steals my credit card, swipes $1,000. I call the credit card company and said, hey, that was not me. And I'm not paying that. What are they going to say? We're going to report you. And I say, go ahead. And then I fight that because I can prove without a shadow of a reasonable doubt that I was at home at that time. Are they willing to run that risk and destroy my credit and then fall in a lawsuit? So we got to think about long game here,
Mm.
which is why cash is important. And which is why paying credit card statements off in full is important. Spending habits is important, right? But let's get back to credit card. I went off on a tangent right there. Let's get back on a credit card. Brothers, credit cards are a thing where they come with high interest rates, which is why a charge card is important. This charge card right here that I'm showing you.
Hold on, bro. Do that again.
Oh, what? This charge card right here? This charge card that I'm showing you guys right here. This charge card right here. It comes interest free. You know why? I pay that off every month. If I spend $100, I pay $100. So I'm not overspending because that's where they get you. When you spend 100, you charge 50, you pay 50, right? Then they charge you an interest on the 50. So instead of paying back 100, you end up paying 110, 115, 120, and so on and so forth until you pay off the debt. So it continues to build. You understand what I'm saying? If you already have credit card debt, I would say consolidate them. Consolidate credit card debts. This is a lesson that this is something that I did when I was younger. I had one credit card that was 5 Gs and another one that was 2 Gs. You know, when I was like 19, 20 years old, frivolous spending and whatnot. And I said, okay, cool. If I can consolidate these card debt, I don't pay any interest. There's credit card companies out there that allow you to consolidate. So when I say consolidate, I mean you move all of your debt to one card and then you pay it off. They say to you, okay, you have 2 years interest free if you consolidate your debt on this card. So you move your Citi, your Visa, your MasterCard, all of them over to your Capital One credit card or one of those companies, right? And then you have 2 years of interest-free payment. So whatever you pay, there will be no interest charged on your balance for 2 years. You get paid off a lot faster. A lot of people don't know that. That's free game, gentlemen. Free game, courtesy of IP. Free game, right? Another thing, if you qualify for a charge card, get a charge card. Don't get a credit card. Because the charge card runs your credit up higher, faster. And another thing, charge cards are fucking baller. Period. Right?
Please don't swearing, brother.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. When I say charge card, I'm talking about like, you know, the Platinum American Express credit card, the American Express Gold card, the City Sapphire, you know, these charge cards, you know, those things help with credit repair. You know, a lot of us want to buy a house, a lot of us want to buy a nice car, but we can't because we don't have any credit. You get yourself a charge card, you don't have to, you know, you pay that thing off in full every month, right? And before you know it, your credit is from 600 to 8 to 700, 800, going up, going up, going up, because you have a debt which is reported at the first of the month, and at the end of the month, that debt is paid off. You understand what I'm saying? So you have the Sapphire, the Platinum, all these charge cards, right? And another thing about these charge cards too that I'm mentioning, they come with benefits. I know for a fact, I can tell from experience, the American Express Platinum card, and this is not an endorsement. If you guys travel a lot, it gives you access to all the access to every single VIP airport lounge, every single VIP lounge in airports around the world. I get $15 a month in Uber credits. You understand what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I
Shout
get.
out to
Go ahead.
Karen,
Go
bro.
ahead. No, go ahead, Appy. Go ahead.
No, Karen, I want to hear the benefits you get,
I
bro. Carry
I
on,
get.
bro.
I get. I get. Let's see. What's another benefit that I got recently? The other day they gave me $60 every. I got $20 every month on PayPal, so I used PayPal to pay my utility bill. So I was getting $20 from the credit card company to help pay my utility bill. I get Spotify for free, gym memberships for free. Um, I get $100 to buy stuff online from like luxury places for free. You understand? A lot of benefits, right? And I get cash back. I get a very high percentage of cash back, and I also get membership points, right? I think I get like maybe 3 or 4% cash back using my American Express card, and then I have my Rakuten account, which also gives me cash back because I tie this in with my Rakuten account, right? So I'm getting cash back all over the place. I get a check from Rakuten every 3 4 months, right? Another thing, guys, you don't need a lot of credit cards. You don't need a lot of credit cards, right? Three is the maximum that I have, and one of them is for work. One was provided by the company I work for. So I basically only have two. I have a Visa and I have an American Express. That's it. I don't need any more. I'm fine, you know. And I have a very good credit score. I'm fine. You understand what I'm saying? Three is all you need, guys. You know, because before you know it, you're gonna be spending. A credit card is basically money that you don't have. That's all it is. It's just money that you don't have. And when you pay it back, you have to pay it back at a higher rate. You understand? And having high credit card bills pulls you back from your financial goals that you want to achieve. It pulls you back from what you want to where you want to get to financially because you have to keep paying these debts. You have to keep paying these debts because if you don't pay your credit card bill, they hit your credit in America, right? And when they hit your credit, that damages your financial reputation, right? Another thing, here's another free game. If your
Hold on,
child is,
bro. Hold
oh,
on,
go ahead,
bro.
my man.
Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $2 Canadian super chat. He says, "What's the cashback percent on those cards?"
Some of these cards, wealth engineering, you have to do the research, but don't quote me on this. But I think some of them are 2%. And then you get like a whole bunch of membership points. But I know like for American Express, the benefits that you get in a year cover the annual charge of the card, right? So you're looking at $15 a month for Uber, right? That's like what, $200 in Uber, and then you have $100 in Saks, and then let's look at like you have so much benefits that you get back that if for to pay a $500 minimum fee and be able to sit in the VIP lounge and eat all you want, to get free global entry, free clear and true blue, so when you're going through the lines at the airport, you don't have to stand in these lines. You basically just go right through, right? So that's, to me, is why the American Express Platinum is the best card for me, right? So you have to do the research on the percentage and on the cashback because these change every year. Credit card companies have the right to change their policies ever so often, so they change a lot. So you just have to do, your due diligence and do your research, right?
Go on, bro. Mhm.
Okay. So another piece of free game. If you have kids, if you have kids, and your kid is 13, I wish my dad knew this. You can basically give your kid a head start by helping them to build credit at the age of 13 by putting them on your credit card. You don't have to give it to them. Just put them on it. I wish my father knew that, right? Now this is a shot a calling to all the black men out here who has black sons. Let's do ourselves a favor, black men, and put that black man, give him one step forward because it's already fixed against us, right? So if we can do something and do some due diligence by putting my child on my credit card, right? And you can even set a balance. You say, hey, you can use this card for $100 every month, and he uses that $100 and you pay it off. Then by the time that child is 19, 20, 21, 22, they have an 800 credit score, 780 credit score. You understand what I'm saying? They're already ahead in the game, right?
Yep, I'm sure that's what Tony Berry does for a fact, and you do that as well. But I know Tony Berry does that for a fact.
Oh
Now,
yeah, definitely,
hold on,
definitely.
brother. I got super chat. Shout out to Sean M for the $5 super chat. He says this is a classic loading. Shout out to brother IP for bringing on brother Fader Codes to drop this intel. Brothers, pay attention. Credit is big. Yes, indeed, brothers. You won't get this information anywhere else. So hit the Cash App, hit the super chats for you know for both of us bringing you this information. Support this kind of content, brothers. Forget about watching TV. Forget about listening to all these black on blacks crime spewing hip hop songs, all that nonsense, right? This is what's going to change your life, brothers. Forget about all that celebrity worship nonsense. This here is what will save your lives and make you live a good life so you can travel and meet your dying foreign woman. All right, carry on, Vader Codes.
I wanna address something that is a myth, that credit is useless. Gentlemen, if you want to own anything in this world, you have to have credit in America. If you want to own anything in America, you have to have credit. Take it from me. You understand me? When I went to buy my house, I had some Bitcoin, and I said to the realtor, I said, "Hey, I can put this much down." And he said to me, "Yeah, but you have to be approved," which is basically, I don't care about how much money you have in the bank, sir. Let's see what your credit is looking like. Let's see if you pay your bills every month, right? Credit, according to Jay-Z, is more important than throwing away money in a strip club. It's funny. It's funny. But I'm telling you, credit is very important. Credit is very important, gentlemen. Very, very important. You want to own a business and you don't have good credit, you will never get that small business loan. Good luck with that, right? You want to buy a house, you don't have credit, good luck getting that mortgage. And if you want to live in a certain part of America, they run your credit to get an apartment. You understand what I'm saying? You want to buy a car? Sure. It's great to buy a car. I can pay, let's say I have a Tesla downstairs in my garage. I could have paid for it cash. But when they said, your interest rate is going to be 1%, which I negotiated, you know why? Because I have a good financial habits with the bank. I have long history and I have good credit. I got a 1% interest rate on my car. And you know what I did? I moved the money over. And after all the discounts and all the deductions, right? They say, okay, this is how much the car will cost. And I ended up leaving that car with the car lot with less money than the sticker price, right? I mean, you can pay off a car. Yeah, you have 40K in the bank. Pay the 40K. And then next week, take that car back to the car lot and they'll tell you, yo, this car is only worth 20 grand, my man. Sorry. You understand what I'm saying? So it's it's essentially where your head is at. For me, I think credit is important. Credit is very important, right? Credit is very important. Don't let anybody fool you.
Thanks for that, brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $2 Canadian super chat. It says, "Build your kids' credit early. Great game." Yes, indeed. That's how you build generational wealth. We want our black children to go to the best colleges and not have to financially struggle. Not have to work two jobs. No, they've got a trust fund. They've got some sort of money set aside for them, and they can breeze through college without any struggles. and study hard and get the best grades and get the best jobs and make their own businesses. Shout out to Wealth Engineering. Shout out to Michael Conte for the $5 super chat. This is intel that will help us build wealth, and they don't want us to know. Thanks for this IP. No worries, bro. I want to say also thank you to Fader Codes for reaching out to me to set the stream up as well. So shout out to Fader Codes for taking the time out in America to come on my channel and drop this incredible financial game. Crazy. Carry on, brother.
Now we're gonna get to everybody's favorite part, the part that everybody's a professional in. Everybody's a
Crypto.
professional in this part.
Crypto.
Everybody is a professional.
I got that
Everybody's a
one.
professional. Everybody's a professional. All right. So this is gonna be one of the topics that, like I can talk for days and days about this because there's different types of 401ks, there's different types of investments. Everybody's going on about crypto this, crypto that. I don't want to hear anything about crypto, mostly because I had 100 million Shiba Inu coins that I paid $800 for, and I sold it 2 weeks too early. If I would have held it, I would have made 5 Gs on that.
Oh.
So I'm hurting. I am hurting inside. I'm hurting inside, right?
Mm.
So let's talk about 401ks first, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more about investments. So 401k is basically money that you put down for your future, right? Let's say IP goes abroad. IP marries this amazing lady, takes her back to London. IP grows old with this woman. IP is 60 years old, 70 years old. Who's taking care of IP? Who's taking care of IP's wife? Is IP going to sit down and wait for the welfare check? Is IP going to sit down and wait for the unemployment check, the pension check? Can you survive off that? Because the government isn't the government doesn't know what's happening in the streets. The government doesn't know that according to my granddad, the price of, the price of sugar. The government doesn't know that. They give you what they think you're worth after all these years of working. So 401ks. There's multiple types of 401ks. Some of my personal favorites are Roth 401ks because it is through history I have seen where taxes have gone up increasingly. So if I can pay 5% taxes now on my retirement, I don't want to pay 6% later. So my 401k Roth. Traditional TSP simply means you put the money in now. It's not going to get taxed, but when you take it out, it's going to get taxed. Now here's the thing. If you put in $500 every month for 1 year, $6,000, that's not going to get taxed. But let's say you do that for 10 years, that's 60,000. So when you take that 60,000 out, it's going to get taxed at whatever rate it is at that specific time when you take it out. And we all know the more money you have, the more you get taxed. Right? Solo and simple 401ks, it's the same thing. It's all about when do you want to get taxed? Do you want to get taxed now or do you want to get taxed later? I'm a now kind of guy. You understand? I'm a now kind of guy because later I don't want to be fighting and complaining. I already think I pay too much in taxes, right? So, Roth contributions. Let's talk about 401ks. Some people might say, yo, Faded, I work at, oh, what's going on here? Some people might say, yo, Faded, I work at McDonald's, bro. I ain't got no 401k. And to that I say, my man, you don't have to get one from McDonald's. There's places. You got Vanguard, Fidelity, Prudential, so much more of these places that you can open a 401k. And if you put in $10 a month in these 401ks, right? At the end of the year, that's $120. That's $120 out of your paycheck that you will not get taxed on. So if you make, for example, let's say I make 100 grand in a year and I put $6,000 in my 401k, my Roth 401k. I can only get taxed on $94,000 of my salary because I put $6,000 away. And it was already getting taxed at a lower rate because it's for a 401k. 401ks get taxed at lower rates. Not a lot of people know that. That $6,000 is a write off. Right? That's a write off. So they can only hit $94,000 of my salary. Right? Let's say I take another 2 grand and I'm feeling generous and I donate to IP 2 Gs. That's a write off. I have a receipt. You understand what I'm saying? Gentlemen, 401ks are important for us as men because my mentor told me nobody is coming to save me. I have to save myself. And when I hit 60 and 70, I know that I don't want my kids to work and say, "Oh, here you go, daddy. Here's $100 for you." No, I didn't bring you here for that. You understand what I'm saying? Investments is important. 401ks are important, but they don't give you that free game. I was watching TV the other night with my wife. I think we were watching something on Netflix or something. And it just hit me. And I said, I've never seen any advertisement on TV about 401k or or investments or nothing like that. I've never ever seen that on TV. And she said, "Wow, you're right. It's crazy that they don't do that here in America." It's exactly what she said to me.
That's crazy, bro. Can I come in there, Fader Codes? That's actually a very good point. All these ads about smashing different people, having sex, being a degenerate, blowing your money on useless assets, right? Clothes, spending. But it's funny how they don't put adverts out about investing in stocks, investing in crypto, investing in different assets such as gold, bonds, premium bonds. It's funny how they don't do that. And that's all by design, that's all planned. They want only a small group of people to have all the wealth, while the rest just spend, and make other people rich. So Russian Spy Sleazeball, no caps on the live stream, no capital letters. Good point there, Fader Codes. Carry on, brother.
Yeah, you know, gentlemen, if you work at a company, if you have a career, these are questions you should be asking your human capital resources people. How much is the company matching my 401k contribution? Right? It's called a 401k when you work in corporate, but if you do it by yourself, it's called an IRA. It's the same thing. They compound interest the same way. The only difference is if I work for IP and IP has a 401k plan for his employees, he's going to match my contributions at a certain percentage. Like right now, maybe 10% of my salary I put towards my 401k, and my employer follows up with 5% matching, right? So it's the same thing, right? 401ks go through your employer and IRAs go on your own. So the guy who works at McDonald's and doesn't basically earns by the hour and doesn't have a 401k plan, he's going to have to open an IRA, and it works the same way. It compounds interest the same way. You understand what I'm saying? Gentlemen, a Fidelity Go account, the max contribution you can make to the most basic Fidelity Go account a year is $6,000. Let's break down that $6,000, shall we? It's $500 a month. That's $250 every 2 weeks. You don't have to get the new Jordans this month. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to get it, right? 250 American dollars from your paycheck directly into your IRA or your 401k. That money is going to be deducted before your direct deposit even hits. So you won't miss it. You understand what I'm saying? And you just put it there and it compounds interest. And before you know it, on December, you've maxed out your IRA contributions. And then the first 2 weeks of January, you know what you're getting? A letter from the financial institution saying, hey, IP, you've contributed this much. Put this on when you file your taxes, put this inside of your contributions. And that is a write-off right there.
So, bro, you're saying that you can have a 401k and a Roth IRA in America at the same time. So even though your employer is also contributing to your 401k, you can actually set up another Roth IRA privately to put money into yourself. I didn't know that.
IP. I don't work at 3 institutions. I work at 1.
Yeah.
I work at 1.
Damn. I didn't know that at all. This is crazy. Because I just see, brothers, this is why my channel and videos like this are so important. How many brothers knew that you can have different accounts like that? The average person will feel like I've got a 401k. I'm probably only legally allowed to have one sort of pension pot, and that's it. But Trader Code is telling you that you can have different accounts and privately invest in your own future while while your company also matches your 401k and your money goes into it as well. So you're doing it 3 times. Oh, bro, break it down for us, brother. This is blowing my mind.
Let's go back to the whiteboard, shall we?
Right, let me hold on.
Let's go back to the whiteboard. Let's say I make 100 grand a year. From this $100,000, I put 10,000. This is what comes out every year from my for my 401k contribution. So this is 401k, right? From this 90,000, now that's left. Let's say I put 6 grand in my Fidelity account. This leaves 84,000. Let's say I have a Prudential. I put 4K in there. So at the end of the year, I can only get taxed on $80,000. Because of my 100,000, I've contributed $20,000 to my retirement. So that $20,000 has already been taxed at a lower rate inside of my IRA. Therefore, I cannot get taxed twice on that $20,000. And let's not talk about the compounded interest. Let's not talk about the compounded interest on that. When I say compounded interest, I'm talking about things like this. I have a Fidelity account that I started in January. And it's up 5% right now. 5%. If I put $500 in that account, I should be sitting somewhere maybe 6 grand right now, right? And I've only made what, $4,000 contribution or $5,000 contribution. That means my interest, my rollover, what I'm investing in, the interest and the return on that account in the past 9, 10 months is over $1,000. Now let's add that up and let's say it continues like that for the next 10, 15 years. How much do you think that rollover compound interest is going to be?
Wow, a lot.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, these are things that I'm telling you. I did the research for you. When IP and I spoke about this, I said to IP, I'm going to send you what I'm going to talk about. If I'm talking about anything fugazi, I want you to check me on it because I don't want to spread misinformation.
Mm.
Ask him.
Yeah.
This is things that I've sat and asked about. Everybody that I sit around, all they talk about, gentlemen, is how to get more money, how to get up to a level where their kids don't have to worry about nothing. If you have a child, get that child a brokerage account. Put $100 in it every month. Put $50, $20. You understand what I'm saying? The interest that that thing is gonna get. All right, if you have a child right now, let's say you have a daughter, and the day that child is born, you open a brokerage account and you put $100 in that thing for 18 years. 18 years, $100 every month for 18 years in a brokerage account that's trading at a high rate. And that compound interest is rolling over, rolling over. When that child hits 18, you can look at that child and say, here's your college fund. You can either go to college or you can do what you can become an entrepreneur. And that's what I'm talking about, IP, when I say we're building generational wealth. We are, as black fathers, are giving our children options.
Mm. Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have student debt. I don't. And I have 2 college degrees right here.
Damn.
Right here. I just covered my name. But they're mine. You understand what I'm saying?
Man. Damn. Yo, bro. I'm hold on, bro. Let me read a couple super chats. Right, I'm speechless right now, man. Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $5 Canadian super chats. He says, "IIP, could you talk briefly about how retirement accounts work in the UK? Is there some similarities with the 401k accounts?" Yes, bro. So we call it pensions, and it's very similar to 401k accounts. So you put a bunch of your money into a pension pot, the employer matches it for you. Every year you can increase your percentage, etc., etc. So it's very similar, basically the same thing, bro. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Much appreciated. Shout out to Mikhail Pace for the $10 super chat. He says, "Thank you. You never heard this info in US." Yeah, bro. They're trying to hide it away from brothers. They're trying to hide it away from the average people. No, there's ways around things that you just don't know. Taxes, saving, stocks, crypto, brokerage accounts, 401ks. There's ways around it that only the rich and wealthy know. But if you research it deep enough and get in touch with powerful people, they'll tell you the way. Just like how Tony Berry showed Freddie Coles the way and how to do things and mentored him. That's just why always, be networking, put yourself out there, etc., etc. Thanks for that, Mikhail Pace. Shout out to Moses Lawrence for the $5 super chat. He says, "Much love, brothers." Thank you, bro. Much appreciated for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Balal Jalal for the $5 super chat. He says, "Just joined a little bit late. Get the likes up, guys. Yes, indeed, brothers, get the likes up. Thank you very much for the super chat, Bala Jallo. And shout out to who else super chats? Hold on, brother. Sorry. I saw another super chat come through. Shout out to Kevin Hayden for the $4.99 super chat. He says, "How can you not this? He's given us the playbook to financial freedom that he wrote up himself. Respects." Thank you again, Mr. Peter Codes. Much appreciated, brother. Brothers, support this channel. Like I said, my channel is very unique. You won't get another channel like this. So please, Cash App, first option, super chat second. YouTube takes 30% of all super chats, so please Cash App as your first choice. If not, super chats are okay. Thank you, brothers. Mr. Peter Coles, I'm shocked, bro. I would definitely be looking into this Roth IRA. I actually thought you can only have one sort of pension pot or 401k pot. I didn't know you can have different things privately.
You
But this
can,
is why. Mm,
you can, you can, you can. And that's why at the end of the year, you hear a lot of people say, man, I made 150,000, but I only got taxed on 50.
mm,
I only got taxed on 100. I only got taxed on 80. And then you see them driving a Porsche when they retire. You understand what I'm saying? You think it's a midlife crisis, but it's not. These are people who did the right things when they were my age. Because I'm only 30 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young whippersnapper. You know? Avoid debt, gentlemen. Basically, is what I'm telling you. If you are in debt, don't let your kids be in debt.
mm.
A lot of people think, you know, having a student. I saw the other day somebody said a student. Oh, finally got my student loan debt under 500,000. Something to celebrate. And I said, God damn,
Damn.
500,000, bro. That's if you go to college in America, the basic college, you're probably gonna look at 40, $50,000, right? Just for that bachelor's degree. And when they get out, it's gonna take them another 5, 6 years to pay that off, right?
Damn.
Avoid debt. That's why it's important to pay off your credit cards in full, so you don't pay interest on them, right? That's why it's important to use cash, right? So you know where your money is going and how your spending is going. You understand what I'm saying? Try to avoid it at all costs. That's why I have a charge card and not a credit card. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know at the end of the month, when I get that bill, I can say, okay, cool. This is the limit on my charge card that I've set myself. It's not going to go above that because that's what I budgeted for. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
Let's move on. Investments. Investments, gentlemen. It's everybody's game. I will not tell a man what to invest in. The only thing I will tell somebody is to research. Research. Research, 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 research. I have a routine, IP, when I wake up in the morning. First thing I do in the morning when I wake up, say my prayers. I'm very happy to be alive. Second thing I do, I check all my bank accounts to make sure that they are the same way they are when I went to sleep. No fugazi business. I didn't get hacked.
Mm.
The third thing I do, I look at my stock portfolio. I look at my loss. I look at my gains. I look at what's trading high, what's trading low, what I got to cut off, and what I got to buy. Right? Research. Market Watch, Bloomberg, Motley Fool, all these places. Great stock tips. Reddit. There's places out there. Twitter. There's places out there for these things. If you guys trade in cryptocurrency, I have a really good friend of mine. He trades in cryptocurrency, but you know what he trades with? He trades cryptocurrency with the money he makes mining cryptocurrency.
Damn.
So he's like, I'm just rolling over the money I'm getting. I'm not I'm not losing anything out of pocket. I went on Craigslist and I bought all this hardware for very cheap, and I basically you know, made all my money back. And once I made my money back, the money I was making, I just started using it to buy the crypto that I was mining because I know that if this crypto is going to crash, I can pull it out. You understand what I'm saying? Don't try to live above your means. Don't try to make smart financial decisions. Bloomberg, very, very good stock market. Like my work, I have 4 screens that I work with, 4 computer screens. This one is in the mornings, it has Bloomberg, Market Watch, all in different tabs. I have my main work screen. I have my screen that showing me like taskings that I have to do, that sort of stuff. And then I just like have another screen where if my kid comes in and she wants to watch some YouTube while I work, I'll let that play for her, right? But I'm always looking at the market, man. Always. I'm always looking at the market. Because if I buy a stock for $10 and it jumps to 11, if I buy a stock for $10 a share and it jumps to $12 a share, that's a win. It's $2. You understand what I'm saying? That's a win right there. You know, you're not going to get rich overnight buying stocks. However, you get rich overnight buying options, and there's a difference. And I'll tell you what the difference is as far as I understand, because I'm not an options trader, right? Basically, buying options is a gambling game. It's like saying, hey, ball in the morning is going to cost $5. And I say it's going to cost $5. And I can bet money that it's like a bet. If I say it's going to cost $5 and it costs $5, it's a win and I win. So therefore, everybody who said it's going to cost $2, I get their money. As far as I understand, that's how options go. You understand what I'm saying? So that's as far as it goes with trading. Do the research. Pay attention to things such as the company you're investing in. Pay attention to this is what I do personally. If I'm going to buy some stocks, I'll look at the company. I look at their trade patterns. I look at the news about this company, right? I look at acquisitions that this company has made in the past couple of years or couple of months. And I look at the technology, if this company is coming out with any new technology, right? Let's not throw any examples in there. All right, let's say Nvidia. For example, Nvidia. I knew Nvidia was going to split 4 ways forward.
Oh,
I knew. So you know what I did? I bought big and I waited and I won handsomely. Right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of the days nowadays, there's so much things to do, man, in terms of investments. Everybody's at home. Learn about 401ks, ETFs, cryptocurrency, all these things. Learn. Go online, do your research, do your Googles, man. You understand what I'm saying? Do your Googles, man. If you have not taught yourself any single thing throughout this entire pandemic, you are at a loss. You've
Damn.
lost.
Damn.
You've
Damn.
lost, man. Because learning about stock is like 6 months. It takes you 6 months to learn how to play the game.
Damn,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. When you buy the stock, when you buy stocks, be precise. Know what you want.
Mm.
Know the rules of the stock tool that you're using. Whether you're
Mm.
using Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, I don't know any of these other ones out there. Know the game, right? Know the game. Because if you know the game, you know how to play it well. You understand what I'm saying? Are you buying long-term stocks that pay dividends? Like IP, you're a guy, you have a job, you have a family, you're on a channel, blah, 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 whatever. The average guy, he doesn't have time to look at the stock market every day. He's gonna be on the tube, on the bus, on the train, going to work, blah blah blah. So a guy like that, he'll say, you know what? I'm gonna buy long-term stocks that pay dividends every 2 months, every 3 months. And if the dividend that I get paid is $5, I can roll it over into that stock and buy more shares. You know what I'm saying? Right? And finally, I'm gonna move on to the final slide of the night, gentlemen.
Hold on, bro. Before you do that, I want to speak about Nvidia stock. That right now is beasting at the moment within the past 2 months, ever since the stock split. Been watching that, couldn't get in. It was too expensive for me. I just thought it's too expensive. I can't afford it. But looking at it, I'm happy that you've done well with that stock, bro. I think that's the future. But brother, what do you think about AMD stock as well? Out of the video on AMD, what would you invest in if you give advice to any brother? What's your thoughts?
So right now there's a chip shortage. There's a chip shortage in America that a lot of people, I'm not sure. I'm a tech guy. I work in technology. I know there's a chip shortage. That's why Tesla stock went down. That's why Ford, GM, all these companies who are going into the uh, the electric car, com- uh, the electric car manufacturing, they can't release it yet. They keep pushing the dates back, and it's because of a chip shortage. The reason, just let me expand on this for a little bit, real quick, in IP, and I'll get back to AMD. The reason why Nvidia is doing well is because they have other things. They don't just sell graphics card; they sell other things, and that is the reason why they were able to do well. And they also acquired a company who makes the specific technology for the other technologies that they sell. Right now, AMD, any technology stock is a good stock. Look at the patterns. I would buy AMD. I think I have AMD, right? But it's not going to pay off immediately. Look at the news. What is it saying about AMD, right? Look at what it's saying. Look at the Reddits. Look at the chat forums. Look at the Twitters, right? Talk to other people who are smarter than you about these things. Put yourselves in forums, right? And ask questions about these things, right? Look at the trading pattern of these stock. Pay attention to the news, right?
Bro, what about Intel stock as well? Because Intel also sell chips and they're quite big. Why are they not trading so well at the moment, Intel? Why are they going down? What
I don't
makes
know. I don't
yeah,
know. I
okay.
don't know. Like I said, that right there, IP, you'd have to ask, um, you'd have to do your own research on that, do your own due
Yeah.
diligence on that. I don't know what happens on the insides. I'm not in these boardrooms. I'm not
Mhm.
in these meetings. I don't know what's happening. I get the information the same place you can go get the information. The
Mm.
Motley Fool, Bloomberg, Market Watch, like I'll wake up and I'll text Tony, even though he lives right around the corner from me, and he'll say to me, check out Bloomberg. These are the people who I have in my network.
Mm.
I don't have time for time wasters. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody who I converse with and talk to on a daily basis, they're all about going up a rung on the ladder. These are people who basically do their own due diligence, and these are people who I trust to get smart financial advice from, because I know they might say to me, bro, this might be something to take a look at. I know you're into these kinds of things. This might be something that you want to hold on to, right? Because you have different people. Like I know guys who only buy stocks for like technology stocks. I know guys who only buy medical technology stocks. I know guys who only buy stocks for, different industries from they're very niche in their trading because they understand that industry. I understand technology. So I only buy stocks based on technology because I
So
understand it.
Thanks for that, bro.
Yep.
I've got a super chat real quick. Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $2 Canadian super chat. It's all about the game and how you play it. Yes, indeed, it is about the game and how you play it. We're all players in this game called life. So how are you going to play the game called life? You know, seek knowledge, seek intelligent people, network, especially with brothers that create the codes
I
and
I'd
get
like
going
to
for
add
it.
I'd like to add something onto that quote right there.
Mhm.
It's all about the game and how you play it and the players on your team as well.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good point. You know, SYSBM, you know, the movement we have, brothers, you know, we're leaving the community, but we have intelligent, like-minded brothers who are players, you know, in seeking to improve their lives, you know, financially, getting the right women beside us, you know, moving forward in all areas, getting into good careers. So we're all players, but we're all helping out each other. Good point there, brother.
Yeah.
Um, Nvidia, man, I'm telling you, that hurts me because, oh man, I've been researching that stock for months now, but I couldn't get in. But I'm gonna watch the market over the next few months. Hopefully, there'll be a massive dip. It looks like there will be. The whole there's cases rising. There's some uncertainties in America, so we'll see, bro. Shout out to the brother for the codes. Hold on, brother. Shout out to irregular data for the uh dollar Canadian super chat. Listen to this, brother. I made 3,500 this month because of the stock market. Whoa, call in, brother. I'd love to hear how you made that. Thank you, bro. Go on, Bailey Codes. Move on to the next slide, brother.
Before I move on to the next slide, brother, I'd like to add something.
Mhm.
This guy on YouTube called Kevin
Oh no, no,
Samuels.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
Okay,
this
okay.
guy on YouTube called Mr.
Go on, bro.
Samuels. He likes
Yeah.
to talk about the high value male. Brothers, my mentor looked at me the other day. I called him at my house and I showed him 2 contracts. And he almost tore down and cried. And he said, I'm proud of you, man. Welcome. Welcome. Now I've always earned good money since I've started working in technology. But he said to me, you have now entered the realm of being a high value man. And high value men don't waste time. You don't have time to waste at this time at this point because you've already set the level for yourself. You have to set a new goal and you have to keep going up and up and up and up. Brothers, it's great to travel to these places, right? But when you're a high value male, like the last stream that I called in on, where Tony and that other brother was speaking, I could tell these are high value men just by the way they talk about themselves, the way how they command their commanding presence, the fluency in their conversation, the way they throw the ball of conversation back and forth. It's almost like it's seamless. It's almost like they rehearsed it because they have a like mindset because both of them are high value men, right? High value men is what I want to make with this live stream tonight. You understand what I'm saying? I want to walk in the airport and somebody see me and say, "Oh man, I recognize you." And when I look at him, I can say, "I'm so happy that my words were able to affect you in a positive way." You understand what I'm saying? Another investment tip, brothers. We like to travel. I'm married to a German. I invested in the country. Now and forever, every single plane ticket I buy to Germany is a tax write off. And you know why? I have a business there.
Wow.
Free game.
Online
No,
business or
no.
physical business?
I bought property.
Oh,
Free game. Free game. So now my plane ticket, my rental car, because every time I travel to Germany, it's for business now. Because I am a businessman. I am the business man. You get it?
yeah.
Don't
Jay
let that
Z.
go over your head. You know what I'm saying? You guys like Japan, Asia, Latin, all these countries. You understand what I'm saying? Invest in it. Grow something there so that when you go there, you can say, yo, I own this. Even in America, you can say, I own this. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's move on to the final slide of this presentation, and then we open up the floor for some questions and some Cash App questions and some Super Chat questions here, IP. Side hustles. Now, gentlemen.
Hold on, brother. Brothers, feel free to cash app and super chat to the channel. You know, I've only got one cash app so far, not a lot of super chats. This is golden intel, brothers. I'm gonna rewatch this stream probably 10 times within the next 4 weeks. This is helping me out. It's helping you brothers out. You know, you're getting free game here. Or in the UK, it's 3 a.m. for me in the UK. I've got work as well at 9 a.m. So that means I'll get around 3 or 2 hours sleep, depending on how long the live stream is. Just so I give intel to you brothers, because I care about you brothers. I want brothers to thrive and succeed. So please feel free to support the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, cash app, and super chat. Carry on, Peter Codes.
Side hustles, brothers. The stock market is a great side hustle. You're basically doing it from your house. We have a brother who super chatted earlier that said he made what, $3,500 in a month on a side hustle. Basically, what a side hustle is if you have 24 hours in a day. Let's go back to the whiteboard real quick here, IP.
Okay.
We have 24 hours in a day. We sleep for 8 hours on average. We work 8 hours on average if we have a job. Oh, I'm kind of blocking this. We work 8 hours on average, right? Let's say 2 hours commute back and forth to work. Let's say an hour for lunch. Let's say another hour for just relaxation and chill, right? It's 20 hours. What are you guys doing with 4 hours? What do you do with that?
Let me answer that question for you, bro. Most people are watching Netflix. Most people are watching Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, you know, watching Squid Game or whatever 20 TV shows out. But tell us, bro, what we should be doing for those 4 hours.
That's why I talked about relaxation. There's an hour in there for relaxation. Side hustles. Stock market, that's a side hustle. You can say to yourself, I'm going to give myself 5 months to learn how to pay the stock market, right? You can say, oh shit, a vending machine costs $300. And you go to Costco and you pay, say, $40 for a case of soda or pop or whatever you call it to fill it up. And you stick that vending machine into a laundromat or somewhere, right? That's a side hustle, because the only thing that you have to do is go to that vending. You own that vending machine. You own it. The only thing that you have to do is to go and take your money out and refill the soda cans. You understand what I'm saying? Trade. When I say trade, I'm talking about handiwork. I'm not good with my hands. I can't even read a tape measure. And I'm not embarrassed to say it. You know why? Because I've made the decisions that I'm willing to pay somebody to read that tape measure for me because I know there's somebody out there with a side hustle, and his side hustle is going to build my back deck, build my back porch, build the fence that I want to make in the backyard because my time is more important because I can use that time to make money, more money than I will pay him. You understand what I'm saying? More side hustles. Property. That's a side hustle. Brothers, you can own a house and you own a house and you take out some equity, buy yourself an apartment. That apartment will pay for itself and possibly pay for the loan that you took out to get it. And that's a side hustle. That's passive income. Uber, passive income. What else? Uber Eats, passive income. You understand what I'm saying? If you have the time where you're sitting down being bored, think of something that you really need. Think of something that you can use, that you would like to see in your neighborhood. Write a business plan, take it to a bank. The worst thing that they can say is no. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep. Hold on, brother. Shout out to Irregular Data for the $5 Canadian super chat. Pay close attention. These are the types of videos that will free you up to become a world traveler. Yes, indeed. Thank you, brother, for supporting the channel. Facts, bro. You know, this is definitely what brothers need. You're right, bro. And especially, valuing your time. I admit I'm not perfect. There's some times during the week where I'm messing around, man. And I'm
Yeah,
thinking I should be doing something to improve my life better, or
yeah,
start studying. And I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. I'll admit that as a human
yeah,
being, and many
yeah.
of us feel that way. Go on,
We all
bro.
have we all have those moments, brothers, and that's why when I'm talking about it's important to have these little chat groups. It doesn't. I have chat groups with people with brothers all over the world, and we check on each other. We say, "Yo, hey man, I'm sending you some positive energy today, bro. I feel happy. I'm trying to check on you. Let me know how you're doing, brother. I've been out of it lately. All right, let's talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that you can do for side hustles, man. A lot. It's just basically looking at things that you can do to earn income, right? And capitalizing on that. So much stuff you can do to earn to earn side hustles. There's people who charge you for this knowledge that I've given you for the past hour and a half, and that's a side hustle for them. Do you know that
Yep.
IP? That's a side
Yep.
hustle for them. Yeah. And I gave it to you guys for free. When you have a side hustle, brother, and let's say you have two passive income and you have a regular career job, and you can only take a week vacation, but you say, you know what, I like to take a week paid and a week unpaid. You don't have to worry about that because my side hustle is covering the week that I don't have that I have unpaid.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy. This brother. Oh my goodness, brother. Faded Coles, man. You're like you're Albert Einstein to us right now, bro. That's what I'm saying. You are
Giving
legit
you
Albert.
giving this game for free to brothers
Ah,
is my way of giving back to the community.
mm, I
You
appreciate
understand what
that,
I'm
bro.
saying? Yeah, brothers, if you have time, you can make money. I don't play video games. I don't. I don't watch TV. It's not because I don't enjoy it, but I just feel like, yo, my time is more important than sitting down and absorbing some foolishness on TV. You understand what I'm saying? I like to surround myself with men who are smarter than me, men who can teach me things, and men who I can teach things because if I don't, I feel like I'm not giving back. I'm not blessing these brothers with the knowledge that I've gained. You understand what I'm saying?
Yo, oh my goodness.
Feel free. Feel free to connect with me, brothers. You know, I'm on
Yep.
LinkedIn.
Hold on, hold on.
That's my name right there. Feel free to connect with me. Feel free to connect with me
Can you
on
brothers see the
LinkedIn.
screen? Can you see the screen, brothers?
Feel
'Cause I
free to
don't.
connect with me on LinkedIn.
Hold on, real quick, bro. All right, thanks for that, brother. Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $2 Canadian super chat. Make time to build generational wealth. Yes, yes, indeed, brother. Definitely. No, that's what I'm saying, man. Trying. I'm not saying brothers shouldn't watch TV shows, but maybe cut it to one a day, one every 2 days. Because brothers nowadays are watching TV shows. It comes on Netflix. They watch the whole 10 hours, all episodes in one day. I'm
Binge
thinking that's not.
watching. Binge
Yeah,
watching. Yeah.
avoid binge watching, man. Do it in moderation. I'm not perfect. I used to, a couple months ago, years ago, I used to do that all the time. New show comes out, the platform drops all 15 episodes in one go, and I'd watch it over 2 Saturdays or 2 weekends. You know, nah, that's not a good use of your time, brothers. It's
Brothers,
crazy.
you know, IP the other day I was on Twitter and I got into an argument with somebody on Twitter. And you know what they said to me? Faded. When you and your rich friends are up there sitting, looking down on us who are collecting unemployment, you think that you guys are better than us. And I said, no, I don't think I'm better than you. I would just like to know, why do you need it? Why don't you go back to work? Why don't you build yourself up on a skill? I have a skill. What is your skill? I work sales. Where? I work the counter at Macy's. And I said, you've been in the house for 2 years and you haven't learned anything that you can even put on a LinkedIn page to say, yo, I am a career man. Hmm? Nothing. That's what I'm talking about with surrounding yourself with people who are like minded and people who are about building that generational wealth for their kids and people who are go-getters, people who don't even know. I don't know what success looks like. My mentor, I feel like he's doing a lot better than me. He doesn't have to work, but he still does. He's a successful man.
Mm.
Why should I stop working? Sean Carter, a man who I look up to, Jay-Z, he still raps, right? And he's a billionaire.
Mm.
And he'll get in a booth and rap right now. So everybody who I've looked up to, they continuously keep going and going and going for the bag. Why should I stop? Hmm? When I know I have my daughter's daughter, daughter, son's daughter to pass it down to. Because we're all standing on each other's shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? All right, let's open it up for some super chat questions now. IP.
All right, awesome, bro. Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $2 Canadian super chat. He says, I'd paid the codes. I reached out to you on LinkedIn. All right, thanks for that, Wealth Engineering. Again, thanks for the super chat, bro. You're supporting heavily during the stream. Thank you, bro. I'm sure he'll get back to you on that. So, brothers, before I open up the phone lines, please, join the Facebook group. You can discuss these topics with high value men on there. We do speak about finances on the Facebook group. You're
And
missing
bro
out.
and brothers, if you reached out to me on LinkedIn and you need help with anything, your resume, stuff like that, feel free. I'm
Thank you,
open
bro.
for it. I'll whatever it takes to help brothers move forward, I'm all for it. Right?
Thank you, brother.
What I will not do, I will not accept LinkedIn invitations that doesn't have a face to the picture, a
Yep,
face to the page.
yep. And
Right?
same here for my Facebook group. Please put your face on your profile picture, or I will not accept you. Because that's a gateway for trolling. a lot of trolls do that. They put some anime profile picture or some cartoons on there. Now you're getting rejected off rip. So please put your face on there and your real name, please. I don't want any. I don't want no trolls to ruin the Facebook group. So here's a Twitter as well, brothers. Please follow me on Twitter. Send me a DM on Twitter. I'll reach out to you back. Have a call with you. So follow me on Twitter. I'm using that a lot more to push out the international passport platform. Please follow me on Twitter. Last but not least, brothers, please follow me on Instagram and send me a DM. I will give you a call if you need me to. So please follow me on IG, follow me on Instagram, and it's much appreciated, brothers. Help me push out the international passport movement. I'm also very active. I'm also very active. What? I'm also very active. What the flip is going on? I'm also very active on IG. I'm tired. So, brothers, don't miss out on what I do. Follow me on IG. Thanks, bro. Last but not least, brothers, support through the Cash App, man. I've only got one Cash App support today, so please support for the Cash App. It'll be greatly appreciated. As you know, YouTube takes a 30% cut of all my super chats. So please support for the Cash App. If not, support for the super chats is greatly appreciated, brother. Mr. Fader Codes, thank you, bro, for what you've done so far in this stream. 1 hour, 35 minutes of golden information regarding finances, bro. Helped me out a lot, and I'm sure it's gonna help out a lot of brothers there as well. So, bro, I'll give you a break. Take a 2-minute break to walk around, get some water. I'm gonna
I'm
put you
good.
on mute as well.
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. Send the questions in.
All right, brothers. So if you can't call in, brothers, please feel free to cash up or super chat. Please feel free to cash up or super chat your questions if you can't call in. In the meantime, I'm going to open up the phone lines. Please be respectful to our guests. If not, you will be banned. No nonsense allowed. So I've got a couple of super chats right here. Hold on, brothers. Shout out to Stand Up Guy Media for the $199 super chat. He says, great content, much appreciated, fellow tech vet. Thank you, bro. I've not seen your face here before. Welcome to the IP movement, bro. Happy to have you here, brother. Hope all is well. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Jalil, the legend, the regular supporter, Mr. Jalil. How you doing, brother? Thank you, bro, for the $10 super chat. He says, shout out to you guys. This info is gold. Shout out to the knowledge being dropped for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Jalil. I love you seeing your face here, bro. A regular supporter. Hope all is well. Sending blessings, wealth, riches, and success your way, brother. So here's the StreamYard link, brothers. Please call in. If you cannot call in, please cash up or super chat your questions, and I will get the guests to answer it for you. Keep it strictly about finance, building wealth, and we'll go on from there, brothers. Okay. So call in, brothers. Let me pin the live stream link to chat. Replace pin message. That's cool. That should be replaced right now. Oh, classic stream, bro. Right, so we'll wait for brothers to call in. I've got a cash app real quick. Hold on, brothers. Let me read out the cash app. I see you, J Bones. Hold on there, brother. Shout out to Michael Contave for the £3.63 cash app. Thank you, bro. He says, appreciate all that you do for us. Oh, man, thank you, bro. Thank you for the kind words, brother. I've been at it for almost 5 years now, giving you brothers hardcore intel, never stopping, and keep doing what I do, brothers, to support you guys, to help out brothers reach their goals. Thank you, bro. Let me bring in J Bones first. Wealth Engineering, TCD, I see you, brother. Hold on, brothers. What's up, J Bones?
Evening. What's going on, big brothers?
All good, bro. How you doing, brother? You okay?
Uh, Keeping excellent, man. Glad to see we have more than a serious individual in the building. Shout out to Faded, bro.
Yes,
Thank you,
indeed.
man. Thank you so
Thank you,
much. I
bro.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great telling these guys where the well is to get the water, but I want to give them the tools on how to get there.
Yeah.
You
I
understand what
feel
I'm
you,
saying?
big bro. Yeah, no goofy time tonight, IP. No
Nope.
goofy time. No goofy time tonight. No
Nope.
goofy time tonight.
Anyone who calls in speaking about some next nonsense, you're getting dropped off the call. I'm
It's
sorry.
all about
Get
It might
blocked.
be
tonight.
all about.
J
Yep,
J
keep it all
Bones,
about the money.
it's all about the bag tonight. And I
Oh
told
yeah.
IP that tonight is just about bag talk. I don't want to
Hmm.
talk about
Hey,
anything else.
hey, man,
Hmm.
I got my mask on. I got my mask on. I got the black mask, the black gloves. You know, just like Hove said. Just like Hove said, I got the black gloves, the black mask. Meet me outside in the black car. It's
Oh
game
yeah,
time.
it's game time,
It's
man.
game time. We're
Every
not
single
playing
day.
games.
We ain't
No
playing
goofy
games.
time tonight. No goofiness
Exactly.
tonight, bro.
J
No
Bones, it's
goofiness,
already
man.
the system is already set for us to, what I'm saying, we have to work twice as hard, bro.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. No goofy
So
time tonight, brother.
let's try to not let our kids work that hard.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Generational wealth, man. IP, I got a one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. I was telling I got a stream coming up with JC Wealth. I see him in a chat here. Um ING Bank. You know, I was there, signed the paperwork off for my nephew when he was first born.
Mm.
Prepared him $250,000. He's only 13.
Damn.
You know, yeah, that was a couple of years ago when we went to the bank together. Me and my brother, he signed it off for his son. So we got to do it right now.
Yep.
We got to do it right now. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be done right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Is
Definitely.
we have no. I'm gonna tell you something very interesting. IP Faded says something that it went over a lot of people's heads. He said he's married to a German girl, right?
Hmm.
This is what I've been telling you brothers all the time. I told you guys stay away from these stragglers. You boys keep on talking about going down to Colombia, the DR, and all this nonsense. If you're going, whichever women that you pick, she has to be able to understand that she's here as part of the mission.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You play Batman, she plays Robin. If she's not playing Robin, then she's basically for the streets.
Yep.
Yeah, remember what he said? He said that guess what? Not only does that German girl back him, he's playing Robin, the German girl's playing he's playing Batman, the German girl's playing Robin. When he flies over there to Germany, guess what? He's over there doing business, and that girl, that German girl, is going to be got him. See, IP, that's what I was telling you before. There's a reason why, you know, I picked out my girl. Jewish people know everything. Jewish people
Yep.
know every damn thing. I mean, literally, my girlfriend does my taxes. She handles my finances. She from front to back. You got to
J
pick a
Bones.
woman who's gonna back you. My bad, Faded. Go ahead, big brother.
J Bones, my daddy told me the Bible says with the right woman, with the when a man and a woman joins, 1 plus 1 becomes 2. My daddy said to me, boy, you better get you a woman that when you bring your one and she brings her one, it becomes 11 and not 2.
Mm. Hey, brothers, man. I love this. Honestly, the brothers.
I want
I
to I
don't.
want to I want
I
to
don't
throw out a
know.
little
Hold on
Wow.
for a second, Faded. I don't know who your father is, but I know he's not on Goofy time. I know
not
he's
at
not
all,
on
man.
Goofy time.
Not at all. Not at
Daddy's
all.
never on Goofy time,
Not at
brother.
all.
Go ahead, big
Not at
bro.
all. Yo, I want to tell you guys something. There's this guy. Not a lot of people. Have you ever heard of Peter Thiel?
Oh, I know
Yeah.
about him, but he's a bit of a racist there, bro. I don't really like him. He's a racist guy.
Okay, but screw his politics and what he does. Screw
Yeah.
Peter Thiel first and foremost. Do you know Peter Thiel? This is public information, so I can't repeat it. He founded Google back in 1999. A lot of people, not Google, PayPal. A lot of
Yeah.
people thought PayPal was going to fail. He put the last $2,000 that he had into his Roth IRA at PayPal. $2,000. That means it got taxed before it went in there, right? And that was in 1999. In 2019, that $2,000 is 5 billion and the government cannot touch it.
Crazy. Yep.
Do your Googles.
Invest and invest, brothers.
Do
Shout
your
out to
Googles. Peter
uh
Thiel. I don't know the guy, but is one of the smartest guys when I read that, I ran into that information like years ago when I was doing some research on Roth IRAs and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons I was like, what? Ain't no way. And I started
mm,
going down that Google rabbit hole. $5
yep.
billion untaxable because he already paid taxes on the 2000 that he put in there. That's
I'm
crazy.
telling you, man, the things that the wealthy know that the average person doesn't know will change your life, brothers. And shout out to Beta Codes for dropping that intel. Thanks for that, J Bones. Let me bring in wealth engineering, but before I do that, shout out to Stephen Brown for the £18.19 cash up. That's what's up, bro. Thank you, sharpshooter, right there. Just wanted to show some love, IP. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you too, brother. Thank you for the support. I really, it means a lot to me, brother. Mr. Wealth Engineering, how you doing, brother?
Very good. You can you guys hear me very well?
Loud and clear, brother. My Canadian brother, how you keeping?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. Hey, shout out to you, IP. Faded Code, drop a lot of knowledge. Shout out to you, J Bones, as well.
Yes, sir.
Um, I was really excited for this stream. I saw the reminder. Was it a couple days ago, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta set my reminder on. Made sure I had time to listen to it from start to finish. This is the type of contents I really love to see. And again, I'm disappointed that there is not more viewers. Whenever we talk about women and intels when it comes to women, there's a lot more viewers. I already saw two dislikes. I don't understand. This is like dropping, like this is like gold contents right here, guys. And it's informations like this that will help you free your time so you could go travel and experience the world. And if you're talking about, if you're serious about having your passport, international passport, you need to be serious about taking your finance seriously. All right.
Hmm.
So again, I'm very excited to this content. A couple things I wanted to mention. I was listening, and a lot of tips you gave, Faded Codes, was basically for financial independence. Like I know the title said financial stability, but financial stability is more like when you kind of like when you stable at paying your bills. You stable at paying your bills, and you also have like some sort of cushion, like let's say 1,000, 2,000 save somewhere. Like if a rainy thing happened, then you at least have that. That would be like financial stability. But the tips you're giving, like the knowledge you're giving, it's more like for financial freedom, financial independence. And yes, that's exactly the movement. That's exactly where your mindset needs to be as a black man. And it's not just a black man. If you're interested in having and want to have your time back and travel and earn that your time back, and that's the mindset you need. And but Faded, could I had a question for you? I love there's a lot of things you mentioned, but you were talking of the one thing I really caught my attention because I guess the next phase for me, because I'm doing well with my crypto investment, I'm doing very well with my Shiba.
This guy.
Side
This
note,
guy.
I'm going to make a stream about that, but I made a mistake that cost me over like several, let's just say over $200,000 this year. I made this mistake last year, and I have to talk about that one day. But my brother, thank God for him, he did not make that mistake, and his account, the crypto account this year, actually touched 800,000 just on Shiba alone. So crypto guys, don't mess it out. Even if you have to learn from it, there's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of information you can get out there. Get on it, guys. So at least I made all my money back and some more. I'm actually taking profit in one of my position, 15,000. And the first thing I'm going to do with that money is reinvest it back into myself, into my financial education. So again, guys, if you can find a mentor, get yourself a mentor so that it can guide you along the way. You need to have someone that's going to pull you off that crab basket that we have here. Everyone is in the crab basket pulling you down. You need someone on the other side that can pull you up. And I think that's what Tony did for you, Faded Codes, and I can see how it's doing very well for you. Now, one question I had for you: you were talking about the business you had in Germany, and because you marry a woman there, you bought property there, and now is it a rental property? And can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I love what you said. Yeah, I am the businessman.
First
This
of all,
is
I
this
wanna
is
I wanna
gold.
I wanna say thank you, Wealth, for being there. And I kind of saw. I'm glad you're here. I've watched a lot of your streams, a lot, on YouTube, and I've seen where you talk. You know more about this financial game than I do. So having somebody there who's fact checking, and I'm sure if I gave any misinformation inside of this stream, you would have definitely pointed that out. That, yo, this is not right. This is not right. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can see that you're actively participating and actively watching. Um, in terms of buying property in a foreign country, you have to basically learn the rules. Know what you have to do. Um, it took a lot of research for me, especially living in America. Um, I learned how to basically say, okay, cool. What do I need to do as an American citizen to learn? So I paid a lawyer, you know, for sound legal advice. You know, spoke to a couple financial organizations for sound financial advice. And when I got what I needed, me and the wife, we spoke about it, and we decided, okay, cool, we're going to move forward doing this because we think that um, this is a good way forward for us, right? So learn the rules. You have to know the rules, right? You have to know where you stand. In a country like Germany, for example, you have to pay a lot of money up front, right? You have to, if you don't sit on at least a $30,000-$40,000 check where you can write up front for upfront costs and expenses in terms of, because the tax laws are different, right? So you have to know what to write up front and what to pay up front so that you can have a good return on the back end.
Thank you for sharing that. Again, that's the next phase for me, kind of like looking into real estate. And I'm already looking into. I mean, I'm already married with someone in my city, so I and I'm not really gonna go elsewhere for
Yeah, it
marriage.
doesn't,
But
brother, it doesn't have to be outside of the country.
of
You
course, yeah.
can you can you can just get an apartment down the street.
Hey,
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Not a lot of Americans know this. In America, banks foreclose on houses and apartments, and they auction them off for cheap. All you have to do is do the research and find out where these places are being auctioned off. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen it before where people buy houses on auction and bring it up to code. Let's say it had poor electrical, poor poor plumbing. They fix the electrical, fix the plumbing, put the drywall in, and sell it for $10,000 more than they bought it for in 2 months.
yeah, and it's public information too. A lot of time, especially
It's
when the
all
foreclosures,
of
for
it is
example.
public. All of it is public
Yeah.
information. All of it.
Yeah, the real estate game is definitely the next phase for me. I was just building up my stash first, and now I'm
Right.
starting to look into international real estate. So yeah, I was definitely interested to hear more about what you had to say about Germany's
Yeah,
and
man, definitely. We should
All
connect
right.
outside of this.
All right. Thanks for that, brothers. Great questions, wealth engineering. Let me bring in Mr. TD. Hold on, TD. Tony Berry, what's going on with the live stream, the StreamYard link? It should be working, brother. It's pinned, and everyone here has gone to the live stream chat through that link. So it must be your internet connection, Tony. That's
Clear your
why I think.
cache, Tony. Do a cache
Yeah,
clear.
cache clear or cookie clear, bro.
Yeah.
TD, how you doing, brother? You okay?
Hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. How you doing? You okay?
I'm doing good, thanks. This has been a pretty great stream. I agreed with a lot of what was said, and I've actually learned a couple new things too. Um, the one thing, though, there were two comments I wanted to make. I'm a young guy, but my parents are well into the. Um, they're very well off. I don't want to talk about how much they have, but the first thing is that they told me that don't invest in stocks unless you have at least like 1 to 5 million, like yourself.
So
Yeah.
you say you need to have 1 to 5 million in cash before you invest in stocks.
Well, no, like, okay, so if you put it into, like, if you do it through your job or something, like, then yeah, but I'm telling you, like, they are well north of that, and they don't play around in the stock market because what they do is they get in advance, right? Pre-IPO. So, yeah, you can make money, but like the competitive advantage is not really there.
So But I'm seeing people working normal jobs have become rich through Tesla. So they actually got in Tesla back in 2013 when it was trading around, was it $50 per share? Now it's trading at over $800, and they were working normal jobs. They were lorry drivers. They were people, office workers. They didn't have 5 million or 1 million.
I wanna just add on that real quick. IP. It's not CD. It's not about not. Maybe you misread what they said or misinterpreted it, right? Maybe they mean if you want to be well off, right? And it's all about all right. Buying pre-IPOs is about buying options. You're
No, no,
buying.
no. What I'm talking about is, like, for example, when medical marijuana came to Canada, before the IPO came out, they got in at the ground floor and they just invested through private equity.
Okay.
You can make money for sure in the stock market by getting in early and getting a competitive advantage that people don't understand, for sure. I'm not denying that at all.
Yeah.
But for example, like my mom, when she started her company, she took the money that she was making from her job, and she was a partner at her job, and she built that into a very, very successful company, well into the 7 figures yearly. Right. And so that's the point they make. The opportunity cost is very high if you can start a scalable business.
Yeah.
Of putting your money in the stock market.
That is true. What? Go ahead, Wealth.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in on that. First of all, there is different, I guess, games that are being played here. I think your parents, especially you mentioned they're well off. They're playing a different games, which are different network, which is a network that
A
most of
different
us
tax
can't-
bracket. A different tax
different
bracket.
tax bracket. A lot of access that we don't have because we're not there yet, right? So we have to use the tools that are given to us that we can use, and especially if someone, let's say someone is going from financial dependency where they were depending on their parents, and then they're 18 years old, they have to go get their own jobs, and then they're working their way up to, let's say, financial stability where they have a job working consistently, they get a paycheck, they can save for a rainy day. So someone like this, if someone like this is trying to get some financial independency where they have their assets paying for their liabilities, they don't need a job anymore, they can travel. So for someone like this, let's say they're starting from the bottom, they're average Canadians or average US American. So for someone like that, they can't really do the other game, right? The games where you're going to invest in a venture capitalist or early startups or something like this, because you don't even have access to the network, to this kind of network. So they have to work with what they have. So someone like that will probably start with a pension fund, or someone with a TFSC if you're in Canada, or RSSP. I think 401k. Federico talked about that today. So they were going to grow their wealth slowly. It might take them 10 years, but they might eventually save 2-3 millions. And if they do it right and they have dividend paying stocks, then boom, they're ready, they're financially independent. Then they can start looking at other things. Then they can start, if they're still working, all that income now can go and start another fund that can grow a lot faster. It won't take them 10 years anymore to build 2 millions. It might take them a lot shorter, and then they can go and invest in other companies like startups or companies that have a lot of
Sorry, I think I wasn't super clear. I'm not knocking the investment vehicles such as the Roth IRA and the TFSA and those sort of like 401k kind of things. What I more meant was the actual sort of trading of stocks and trying to sort of research into the stocks, because a lot of the time people won't have competitive advantages. So obviously saving your money and growing it through the market and taking advantage of inflation and the continued stimulation of the economy does work, and it's very proven. But yeah, the only point I was making is that with my parents, they started from nothing, and I think probably the first. They said they kept the first good amount, like solid amount, in a bank account, basically, until they started their businesses.
Okay, bro. Thanks for that, TCD. Very insightful information there. Do you have any
No problem.
more questions for Fader Codes, or are you okay at the moment?
The one question I had is, you said you work in tech. Sorry, I forgot the name.
I work in tech.
Yeah, so I'm actually a writer, write fiction, but I was considering kind of making a move to tech. Would you recommend cybersecurity or crypto?
Definitely, cybersecurity is a great field. It's an expanding field. It's just really saturated at the moment with a lot of big sharks. So moving in to an entry level cybersecurity, you have to actually like know your stuff really well, and you have to be connected. If you plan on moving, the thing with tech is this: if you know somebody, it's about 90% of it is who you know, right? Like, for example, I was working at an organization and I was talking to a friend of mine, and they're like, "Yo, how's this job going?" And I'm like, "Man, it's okay, but I wish it was doing this, 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 and this." And they said to me, "Okay, cool, I'll help you out." And a week later, I got an interview at my current job. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of my network. Having a network is important. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody can say to me, like today, I got a message today. "Hey, I'm looking for a project manager who understands agile development and Node.js. And are you looking for a job?" And I said, "Nah, I'm not, but I know somebody who is looking for a job with that background." And I passed the job to him, and he sent me his resume. I sent it to the guy who sent it to me, and I said, "Okay, here's his email, here's phone number, connect with him." My job is done right there. You understand what I'm saying? Just like
Yeah.
if my man Tony Berry, who's a fantastic developer, says, "Yo, I say, "Yo, Tony, we're looking for a senior developer at my current job. Give me your resume. I'm gonna put you on." You understand what I'm saying? That's the connection that I'm talking about. You have to know people, right? Any tech field is a good field. Software development is very difficult. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of frustrations. I must have broken like 5 or 6 of these headphones, just throwing them into the wall out of stress and frustrations. You understand what I'm saying? But it's worth it. So
Right.
network.
Yeah, for sure. I'll hit you up on LinkedIn. I don't want to give out my name.
That's all right, man. Just hit me up on LinkedIn and in the inbox, and we'll talk.
All right. Okay.
All right. Cool.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks for that, TCD, bro. Stay on the line, bro. I'll come back to you later on. Let me bring in irregular data. How you doing, brother? I see you, Tony. Stay there, Tony. I see you, bro.
I'm doing very good. How are you?
Oh, all good, brother. All good, bro.
That's great to
Do you
hear.
have any questions for the guests, please, bro?
Yeah, I got a question for Faded. I was gonna say, how did you structure your businesses to take advantage of taxes?
I don't take advantage of taxes, my man. I pay my taxes.
I mean, like use it to your benefit.
IRS, don't listen to this guy. I ask the professionals, man. I ask the people who know more than I do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ask the people who know more than I do about how I can win, and how I can learn about these things. I ask questions, because the worst thing that they can do is tell me that, "Yo, I don't know." But I never assume anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm never assuming anything.
So you're saying before
I
you go
ask
into
questions.
so you're saying before you go to any business venture, you'll talk to a CPA, a lawyer, everybody.
Everybody.
Okay.
Pay your taxes. It's
Yo, IP, I was
important.
gonna say this. I sent you a DM. I've been trying to get into the Facebook group for the last week.
There must be a reason why, because I haven't checked it in over a week. Apologies, brother. But
That's
make
okay.
sure you have a profile picture of
I
yourself.
do. I got my
and-
profile picture, and I sent you a DM again on Twitter.
Okay, of your okay, all right, bro.
Yeah.
I'll look for your name and accept you. Okay, sorry, bro.
Okay,
I've just been
thank you.
very busy.
It's
Okay,
all good.
though I will accept you, bro.
Okay.
Thank you for that, brother. I'm gonna put you on mute unless you have any more questions for Fader Codes. You okay?
No, I got no more questions.
Okay, thanks for that, brother. Let me bring in Tony Berry,
My man. Let's bring
the
him in.
legend,
The legend.
Mr. Tony.
Bring him in.
What's up,
Bring in
bro?
the legend. The
How
game
you
is over
feeling?
now, so
You're on mute,
he
bro.
was probably watching the game.
Bro, how you
No,
feeling,
no,
man?
no.
You
Man,
okay?
you know, I'm feeling on and off, man. You know, guys, I strained my back the other day doing my kettlebell, man. And my wife been riding me. It's been hurting me pretty bad. But today it feels a little bit better. I'm just trying to take it easy. Almost, I had a false alarm. I thought my wife was going to have to take my wife to the hospital, but that wasn't the case. So, and I was watching the game, but then I turned on this and I said, wait a minute, let me see what's going on with IP because I try to check every night. And then I saw my man up there, Garth, with Faded Codes up in there, man. I was like, yeah, he's up in there. So let me get on this. Let me see what's up because I know he's speaking game. I tell you, man, this brother has come a long way in a short time. This is a young man, a young brother. This is what we need to do with all of our brothers, man. This brother is just doing his thing, raising his family, man. Now here he is on the platform telling you guys about this is just a dream come true for me, man. This is a dream come true. I also want to thank JC out there for what he's done. I did the podcast with you Friday. Thanks a lot, brother. Right after that, I hurt my back, trust me. And so, but then J Bones, man, TCD and Regular Data, you guys, of course, IP always, man, this is beautiful, man. But I did hear you guys talking about some of the stocks of 401ks, and things like that. What I normally do, give me 1 minute here. I got to put myself on mute for.
No worries, bro. Shout out to Chosen One Music for the $99 super chat. Thank you, brother, for the support. Much appreciated, bro. Please, brothers, send in the cash app and the super chat to support the channel. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you, Chosen One Music. Carry on, Mr. Tony Berry.
Yes. So what I want to say is this: you can always further along your portfolios. The average person has 2 portfolios. You want to try to get 3 or 4 if you can. I know Faded Codes who says he has 3 401ks, which is beautiful. Keep in mind, 2 years ago, this brother didn't have them. Now he's got them and he's rolling. But what you want to do is take it a step further and you want to turn it into an individual retirement account. And here's why. And he may have mentioned this in the podcast earlier. My apologies if I didn't hear it. The reason why you want to trade it and turn it into an individual retirement account, an IRA, is because you can manage your funds. I recently turned my 401k into an IRA in July, and I saw my portfolio go up tenfold. I know it went up at least 10%, even though the market was kind of sporadic. It went up 10% just from me controlling my own funds and picking my own funds and managing my own funds. Now, when I mean management, I don't mean you get up there every day and you move around. No, because one guy asked me, says, "Hey, what if you make a lot of money that day? What if you make some money all month? Are you going to sell it for profit?" No, you have to be long term. The market on average goes up 10% every year. Right now, we're in about 5.5% inflation. That means if you are already retired and you are pulling money from your portfolio, you should take 5.5% from that portfolio, that extra 1.5% to compensate for inflation. Normally, you would take 4%, but you're still making money because the market since 1820 has gone up 10% every year. These are the facts. So when you see this big explosion in this market value, a lot of guys tend to sell off, but that's a good short-term gain if you want to, but you have to manage that right. You have to be putting it somewhere else that you have your eye on, wherever you have your eye on other ones like a ETF or a mutual fund or an index fund. But you should always hold on to it and just leave it alone because it's going to go up no matter what. It's going to go up. And it's going to pay you big dividends too.
This is the guy who taught me everything I know, ladies and gentlemen. Just throwing that out there. This is the guy who taught me everything I know. It's good to, get money in the short game, but the long game is a lot sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
You know why the long game is sweeter? Because when you pass away, and brothers, they don't talk to us about this. Remember now, most of us grew up on female financing, learning how to spend money on women, calling them queens and all this other crap, right? Nobody taught us male financing. But here's the thing, brothers. Men have to think of in generations. We don't think in days like a lot of the females do, or think in months. We think in generations because we are building an empire. And that's what wealth engineering mentioned the other day, too, on the podcast. You know, when people talk about you 3 or 4 generations down the way, that means you are immortal on this rock. That means people are still talking about you. People will still be talking about Faded Code 3 generations down. They'll be talking about everybody on this panel 3 generations down. Oh, man, my great-great-granddaddy did this. Now I'm doing that. He did this. Now I don't have to pay for college. He did this. Now I'm doing this. He did this. And now I'm going out and just buying me a Tesla, Mercedes, Audi, whatever I want to buy, owning property, 400 or 500 acres of land. He's buying it from people that got the property for free and or stole it. I'm buying it back from them. You see what I'm saying? Men think in generations. We don't have time to think in just a few days or a few weeks. We have to think in generations. So the move you make today, the move you're doing now, is going to pay dividends. When you have these portfolios, keep in mind the portfolios are built to last. When you're laying on your deathbed, you don't want to be sitting up there wishing you'd have done something for your family. You're going to be like, oh man, I did this for my family, but see you, I got to go. But I know my little baby girl or my little son or my grandkids, they're going to have a nice warm bed to sleep in every single night, regardless of what we got. That is how we have to think, men. We have to think in generations.
Facts. Shout out to Tony Berry for those very powerful, wise words. Shout out to are those Buggle Boy jeans you're wearing for the $2? That's a very weird name. For the $2 super chat. Great info, gentlemen. Showing some support. Thank you, brother. That's a crazy name you got there, bro. What's that referring to? Is that a film or something? Thank you, bro, for the super chat. Lamari JLP914, you need to cash up or super chat your questions for the brothers to answer it for you, for the codes. If you can't do that, call in to say your question to the guest panel. So call in or cash up, super chat your questions. Fantastic, Tony. Thank you for calling in, Tony. For dropping that important game. Tony, do you have any NVIDIA stock, Tony?
I'm sorry, do I have any what?
Do you have a NVIDIA stock?
I have NVIDIA in an ETF. I have it in quite a few ETFs. I buy mostly ETFs. I think I'm down to a few stocks, but I do ETF and index funds because I like the way that if a stock falls by itself, you're gonna lose a lot of money if you got a lot of money tied up in it. I'm not saying that every stock is that way, but I'm just saying that if you see a stock, a Tesla or whatever that you can't afford, get it in an ETF or get it in an index fund and watch it just blow up. So I have all mine in index funds. ETFs.
Thanks for that.
Me and Tony had this chat the other day as well. In the front yard, and that's something that I'll be doing because I didn't know that, ETFs. I knew ETFs are solid, but I didn't know that they were that solid where if the stock goes down, it doesn't affect the ETF as that much because the ETF is tied to other things inside of the organization.
But it grows a lot more slower than
it grows a lot more slower. Exactly.
That's the problem. There's benefits, and because you can get rich overnight, on Tesla options or Tesla stock in general.
But IP, my goal
are for wealth, obviously, long term.
IP, my goal is not to get rich. Everybody asks me, "Do you want to be rich?" And I said, "No, I don't want to be rich.
I want to be wealthy, right?
I want to be wealthy."
Yes, because rich means you got to do something to get it.
Yes, I'm saying rich means get it quick and keep it coming. Wealth is get it over time and it will last a generation, or get it quick and let it last a generation. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? People who win the lottery are rich. Exactly. Mike Tyson was rich. Shaquille O'Neal is wealthy.
Yes. Michael Jordan's wealthy. Yes.
Michael Jordan, wealthy. These men are men who put their names on things, right? Look at Mike Tyson. When he got paid for that one fight, all that money in one night that he made, and he still went broke. People couldn't believe.
Yes, because he grew up on female financing.
Exactly.
And that's what happens. That's what happens when you do that.
So, like I said, man, throwing out this free game out there because I got it for free. And, Tony always told me, my purpose in here is to make black men turn high value men and help them move forward in life. And that's what I'm trying to do,
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Ghost Masterson for the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. He says, is there a list of skill sets that are in demand overseas? Has anyone gone through the process of having your education and certification recognized by EU or South American countries? Anyone in the panel answer that?
Yeah. That's something that I'm looking at right now, Ghost. So evaluation basically is what it's all about. I was born in the Caribbean. When I came to America, I had to get my education reevaluated by an American organization that said, yo, your education is worth this much, translates to this much. So I went back to school, right? Just to show that, hey, I have a degree or qualification or whatever, right? But in today's world, I wouldn't say it's more of education. I think it's more of skill. You understand what I'm saying? Because people aren't hiring for education, they're hiring for skill. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can hire a Python developer. I can hire a guy who knows every single thing about Python from front to back, but if he cannot write that code, it doesn't make sense. And writing code is a skill.
Mm.
That's why networking is important, because I can, I was on a stream yesterday where a guy said to me, yeah, man, I have an interview with this guy next week. And he reached out to me on LinkedIn and he's like, hey, I'm from this country and I'm trying to get a job at Microsoft and I'm not being successful. Could you help me? And right now he's interviewing for my team because he has a particular skill that I need. And you know what that skill is? The guy is basically, yeah, sure, he can write code, but he has a skill that he can learn anything. He taught himself how to write code. He taught himself how to speak English.
Mm.
He taught himself a lot of things, right? So that I think it's more of a skill. If you're trying to move into any industry and you're not networking within that industry, you're wrong.
Mm.
Tony wrote me my first recommendation on my LinkedIn page 2 years before I got into tech. 2 years before I got my first job in technology. And I have a cybersecurity degree. Cybersecurity. And I write software because he said to me, cybersecurity is going to take you a long way, but it's a very big pool. So learn a skill that you can use just in case, and it'll translate. And I said, okay, I'm going to go back and learn how to write code. And he's like, okay, good luck. And that's what I did.
This is it. Oh, sorry.
No, shout out Tony Berry for mentoring the brother Tony. Honestly, Tony, I'm gonna applaud you for that. Shout out Tony, man.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, brothers.
That's a real valiant effort there, bro. Thank you for that, Tony. You speak wise words and you back up your words with facts, bro. I'm happy you did that, bro. Thank you. But carry on, Tony.
No, I just want to say, brother, there's nothing that makes me feel better, man, than seeing another black man successful. That is, I figured it out, brothers, a while ago. That is my purpose on this earth, is to make sure that not only do we catch up to those that oppressed us, to those that joke about us, to those that say that we're not good fathers, to those that try to control what we do and tell us that we shouldn't have choices. But my goal has always been, brothers, to make the brothers number one, period. There is no substitute, brothers. There is none. I am cold. I'm ice cold. If I see the enemy laying on the street bleeding, I will leave them there and walk over their body because I'm going to help the brothers out. That is how we as men have to be. We have been treated like trash, and we still are getting treated. We are hunted down like animals. But the more wealth we get, the more we bring up our families, the more we show what we have and do what we have, and we educate and help each other out. Those days are numbered, brothers. Those days are numbered. Because I told my wife once, a few years ago, I said, you see these Chinese buying all this expensive land in Vancouver and Canada and spinning it up and putting people out of business and out of work and out of homes. I said, and you see the Arabs out there spending a lot of money. I said, the brothers, the black men will be walking around and they will be the richest that people have ever seen in their lives. They will be the wealthiest. They will never even seen that much wealth when the brothers come step into the play. That is going to happen. That will happen, brother.
Yes, that will happen. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait for that to happen, man. I really can't wait. When we're buying up property in Hong Kong, in Africa, in flipping America, I can't wait, man. Honestly, it's been been a tough journey over the last few years. Just seeing brothers just fall behind other groups of men or groups of people. You know, we see other communities. I'm not going to say their names, but we know who they are. Leapfrog us in cultural, social, economic affairs while we're still in the same position. And I feel like that's not right. Something's at play here. But I'm seeing brothers every day get motivated, making the money. But once we bring it together, start networking with each other, start bringing great minds together, man, we'll be unstoppable, Tony. Easily.
We will, because you know why it is? What we need to do, brothers, our goal needs to be, you see all these players, all these black players playing football, basketball, all this stuff. We are going to be to the point to where we're not even going to participate in playing those sports. We're not going to be entertaining these people. We're going to be paying somebody else to entertain us. Yeah. And they're going to be playing basketball and football and getting their brains beat out and concussion and lifetime injuries from playing 3 or 4 years, soccer, football. You're going to see brothers in the crowd. You know how you look at the game and the stadium and arenas, you see all these other faces and you see maybe 1 or 2 blacks. No, it's going to be the opposite, brothers. That is the goal that we always have to reach for. Brothers sitting in the stage, they're going to think they're back in Africa with us sitting up there. You guys get up there and you entertain. You run up and down the court. You do what we tell you to do. We own the teams. And it's coming, brother. We will be buying those teams. The first, you will see it. When the brother starts buying up the MLB, the NBA, the NFL, then that's the beginning of the end for these people, brothers. The beginning of the end. And our children are going to be the ones doing it.
Yes, can't wait for that, man. Oh man, it's gonna be a great day. Shout out to Tony Berry for those powerful words. Shout out to those Bongo Boys jeans you're wearing. That name, man, that name.
Bugle, it's Bugle Boy, Bugle Boy jeans.
Bugle Boys.
Yes, you're wearing for the $2 super chat. They're jeans from the 80s, keeping it old school. All right, thanks for that, bro. Shout out to Lamari 914 LP. Lamari LP 914 for the $2 super chat. He says, what do you think of forex trading? Anyone done that in the live stream panel?
No, I think their people are annoying. I think the people that do it are annoying. I've never really gotten into it. I know people who make a lot of money out of it though, but it's very volatile, is what I've heard.
Yeah, keep the stocks in crypto, bro. They're not.
What about you? What about you? What about you, Wealth? You ever done that?
Yes, I dabble on it a little bit, but honestly, I don't recommend it because at first it may seem like you make money, and that's the problem with short-term trading or investing. It may seem that you're making money, but then you're going to have some loss, and then sometimes the loss that you make, it gets you in a pattern that's going to kind of like going to take all your profit that you actually made into reinvesting it, and then you have that same pattern. And then at the end of like 3-4 years, you realize that hey, you didn't actually make that much money because your gains and your loss are almost equal. So it's kind of like negate itself out. So once I realized that, I kind of stopped all the short-term tradings. Whether it was option, I was very deep in option or forex trading. I do cryptocurrencies, but more on a long-term aspect. I think cryptocurrency is the evolution of forex, because once you understand how currency works, you understand that hey, at the end of the day, they all have to reset. So cryptocurrency is definitely the future. So I focus on that, where the future is going to be, and I invest for long term. And it's been working a lot better for me that way.
Yeah, I think forex takes a lot of time too. You have to invest a lot of time on it. So I've never done it.
Yeah, and it's also very stressful. Like, you depend on your time. You have to watch the news at a certain time. Like you watch all these pips, and it's like very stressful. And health is wealth. Like if you want to live long, I want to live a little bit long term, as long as I can. And I don't want to be stressful. I'm more like a sit back, relax, enjoy your investment type of guy.
Yeah. You see William Shatner, he's 90 years old going up in space. That's how you want to be. You want to be 90 years old. You see how much energy he has. So you want to live a long time.
Yeah. Thanks for that, brothers. Shout out to Mike M for the $10 super chat. He says, man, I'm straight up loving this right here. Feeling motivated right now. Love you hearing that, brother. Thank you for the super chat and donating to the channel, brother. It's much appreciated, bro. Shout out to Suo987 for the $5 super chat. Refreshing seeing great minds getting together. Great stream. Thank you, bro. Yes, intelligent minds, intelligent brothers. We love hearing that. Thank you, bro, for the super chat, Suo. Let me bring in Mr. Sean M. What's up, Sean M? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
What up, Sean? What up? What up? What up?
Hey,
good, bro.
my bad. What were you saying,
No,
RP?
No, all good, bro. How are you? You okay?
Oh yeah, man, I'm good. Just wanted to pop in. Faded Codes. That this has been a great stream, bro. Like all this intel that you're giving brothers. I'm glad you and IP got together and just put this out here. I personally I trade. Every day. I do options and I do a little long term trading as well. But just giving these brothers, the intel on the IRAs, the 401ks, et cetera, on how to get that get that non taxable income, that's key because a lot of people aren't taught that, and back when I was working in management pre COVID, a lot of my employees that would work under me, they wouldn't know, like, hey, I could put something in my 401k and, have something for retirement or this and that. And I would have to tell them, I would have to sit people down. I'd say, hey, you need to, first of all, put something away. But two, this will have you so you won't have to pay as much on taxes. So that's one good thing. I'm glad y'all talked about that, And
Yeah, man, definitely. I kind of, I spoke to Tony initially when I just joined this group, and I said, "Yo, these guys are all talking about travel, but I don't see nobody talking about how to get money. That's what I'm about." And he said to me, "Talk to IP, man. I'm sure he'll let you do it." And then he was on a live, and then I said something on that live, and somebody said, "Yo, you know." IP reached out to me and said, "Yo, would you mind doing this?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I got you. I'll do it." Because I've never seen it done before, and like, I want to give people things that they've never been taught before, because nobody's telling us these things, man. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's telling us these things.
yeah, that's
Man.
oh,
Sorry,
my
Sean.
bad, Tony.
No, you good, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and yeah, like you're saying, I mean, especially in our community, it's almost, well, it's not like they are. They're trying to keep us financially illiterate so we can't move up in the world, and I'm definitely going to share this with a couple of my buddies, just because there's only so much I can tell, when it's another educated brother that's giving out, intel, it gives it a different perspective. So I'm definitely gonna share it, bro.
Definitely, man. Appreciate that, bro. Remember, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you save. You
Facts.
understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, like if I throw how much money I make out there and how much money I save, you guys will think I'm lying.
I get
I'm,
back him up. I know he's good.
I'm
I've
very
seen his offers.
frugal. I'm
Yes.
very frugal. I bought myself a Tesla. You know why? Because electricity is cheaper than gas.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
man.
But
And
see,
it's a
on the
tax,
other hand of that,
and it's a tax write-off.
and it's a
Yep.
tax write. But on the other hand, on that, brothers, I got the big V8 that's burning gas. But here's the thing: I also buy a lot of gas ETFs too, and I'm making money on those ETFs. So I'm
Yeah.
actually making more money on the gas stocks that I own or the index that I own than I'm spending money on gas. So
You
you
know
have
what
to,
I'm
in other
saying?
words, I'm getting like that because that's the way I have to think. So many brothers
Balance
are
the
like,
scales. You got to
you
balance the
balance the
scales.
skills. But so many brothers are like, oh man, that's going up. I'm not going to get that. That's too expensive. No, don't think it's too expensive. Invest in it and make money on it.
It's brothers, it's nice
So
it's great to buy nice things,
Yes.
right? I love watches, right? You guys could tell I have a really nice watch on right now. I love watches.
He loves
I don't like
watches, man.
I don't like shoes, right? I like watches. You buy yourself a great watch, like for example, if you can afford it, you buy a nice watch that will increase in value. And when you go to sell it, you make $200 on it, $300 on it. That's a win. You know what I'm
Guys,
saying?
and I'm sorry, I want to say this with Garfield. With Faded, I want to say this up too. Faded was saying that to me earlier. Is this? Here's the thing. We got neighbors in our neighborhood, right? That make money. They don't make as much, but they spend a lot of money. And like you said, it's not what you make, it's your net worth and what you save. These guys are spending and spending and spending, but they don't have any net worth really, except their property. And they're not saving. And guess what's happening? They're getting divorced. They're getting separated. They're breaking up their families because they put themselves in a jam. You know why, brothers? Because they didn't think generational.
Oh, and then when you disappear for 3.5 weeks, and they're like, "Where are you, man? We haven't seen you in 3.5 weeks." And you're like, "Oh, I went to Germany, and then I went to Spain." And they're like,
Yep.
"Oh my God, you're so lucky, bitch! I work just as hard as you do. The fuck you
Yes.
talking about luck?"
That's not
Okay,
luck, man.
yeah,
Oh,
These girls
my
work.
I'm
language.
sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about the language.
I have a question for you, bro. How is you buying a Tesla a tax write-off? How is that a tax write-off when you buy a car?
It's an EV. It's electric vehicle, so I'm saving on the carbon emissions, you know,
Oh,
that sort of stuff.
oh,
Yeah.
brother, this is free game as well.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, man! I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's a lot of things in America that and UK is different, man. UK is a different beast. I'm not going to speak about here. It's just
I remember
it's
I
a
remember
mess here.
telling I remember telling a brother one time, I was like, "Yo, I think I only own I own what, two pairs of Jordans, and I got both of them as a gift."
But he owns property in Germany. He
Because the
owns property
person
in the
thought that I
States.
would like Jordans. And I was like,
Yes.
"All right, cool. I'll take it." You
All right,
know?
hold on,
Yes.
brothers. Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $2 Canadian super chat. Thank you, bro. Another super chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. He says, Cash
Yeah.
App or super chat your questions. Yeah, brothers, if you have any questions and you can't call in, Cash App it or super chat your questions and it will be answered. Thank you, brother. Yeah, brothers, thank you for giving some insight as to how the super wealthy live and the rules they don't abide by or the rules they do abide by, tax write-offs, certain things you do, having free 401ks. These are people that in high places actually do, but the average person that doesn't know about. So thank you, Theo. Thank you, Tony, and thank you, Beta Codes. Much
Definitely,
appreciated,
man.
brothers.
Guys, one thing that, Tony told me when I just started making money, he said, you can get a LLC in anything,
Yep.
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and when you get that LLC in anything, buy things underneath that LLC. If you like to design websites, I can design a website for Tony, and use my business LLC. And if he pays me $500 to design that website, that's $500 income on my LLC.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, you get the LLC because what it does is this. You get it, and when you fill out the form, you fill out all legal. So some people like to say, "Oh, I'm getting an LLC for like this or that, the other." No, get all legal. That way, if you're talking to somebody in Canada about their yard, that's a write-off because you're a yard consultant. If like when we go to the conferences and stuff, whatever we do, we travel around, we fly all over the place. That's all write-offs.
Guys, it's not about it's more about being a business man than being the businessman. You understand what I'm saying? I am a business. Tony is a business. Wealth is a business. IP
Yeah.
is a business. Right?
And when these women come at you, these BWs come up at you, disrespecting you and just giving you all kind of negative energy, they are disrespecting your business. Therefore, you don't need to waste your time having a conversation with them. When family members come up and they're haters and they're jealous and they want you to do something their way and they want you to participate in the black tax, you get rid of them. You let them out.
I wanna show you guys something. I'm sure it has happened to most of you here who are high value males. We dress a certain way. We speak a certain way. Our appearance is important to us. When we go into a place, people look at us differently.
Yes.
Because they know who we are. They know what we represent. They can see that brother. Just like how you can, somebody, a woman sees a man and says, "Oh, he's just dripping swag goo," or whatever, right? Bro, I'm just dripping knowledge and dripping business, and I'm a high value man. I don't have time to waste on anybody. That's not what I'm saying.
Thanks for that, brothers. So we're going to wrap up. Really nice to go. So I'll give 5 more minutes. Let me just read out the super chat. Shout out to King Desley Mac for the 14. I don't know what currency is that, but for the 14 ZAR super chat. What kind of trading should a newbie study first? Can anybody answer that very quickly?
It's all about I
Go ahead.
think. Go ahead, Wealth. I think you're the perfect guy to answer this.
Well, I guess everyone has a different answer for that. But me, what I like to say to newbies is first invest in yourself and your financial education first. That's the first thing you should do. Now, after, if you want to go to like investing,
Okay.
don't think about trading. What I like to say to newbies is start a long-term portfolio first. Find out what your goal is. Once you understand what is it, your goal is retirement. Is it retirement early? Do you want to save 100,000 or something? Find out what the goal is, then design a portfolio that's going to lead you to that goal the most efficient way possible. So once you do that, then that's going and do that for the long term. And after one, let's you start saving 10,000 on that portfolio, 15,000. Then maybe at that point you take a percentage. If you're just starting, take maybe 5%, 2%, 3% on your long-term portfolio, and then do that for a short-term portfolio. And then you can try different tradings. You could do options. That's a good way for newbies to start. You can kind of like control the time and risk and not it being too exposed in the market. And I would definitely say options first, but not until you start the long-term portfolio first, and then you work on the portfolio. Because at least if you lose your money on the short term, then your long term is still working, leading you to that goal that you set, whether it's early retirement or like 100,000, for example, you want to save.
I don't think I can say that say that any better than
Mhm.
Wealth has just said it.
I,
The most
I'm good.
important thing to invest in is yourself. You know, learn get it. You have to know what you're doing. So getting the knowledge is the first and most important thing.
Yes, I agree with both these gentlemen here. The thing is, invest in yourself. Get off the female financial platform because that's not what it's about. Look at what men do. Look at what's going to build you generational wealth. And the thing is this, what I always tell people, and like Wealth said, we all have different ways of approaching it. If you're going to get in the stock market first after you've already invested in yourself, invest only in index funds or ETFs. Stay away from individual stocks at first because you don't know what the market is like. And never buy on the fly. Like the GME, AMC blow up in the winter, don't buy on the fly because if you buy at 300 and it drops down to 150, you lost money and you lost money big.
Definitely.
Thanks for that, Tony. One wanted to everyone in the live stream chat, please don't recommend any other channels on my platform. There's many reasons why you don't do that, so please don't do that. Be mindful of that. Shout out to Conrad Grant for the £3.64 cash app. He says, "Hello IP, show my support. This is Mad Intel." Thank you so much, Conrad Grant, another regular supporter. Thank you, bro. So we're gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go through everyone for one last closing statement. Please, brothers, support the channel through the Cash App and Super Chat before we end the stream. And let me go on to who first. So let me run through Sean M. Do you have any closing statements, brother?
Yeah, everybody. It was a good stream. I'm gonna go back through it, look through it. IP, Faded, Tony, everybody else. It was a good one. Everybody stay on your purpose. Keep going after that money. So we can achieve what we want to achieve. And just stay positive.
Thank you, Sean M. Much appreciated, brother. Irregular Data, do you have any closing statements, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Faded and for coming on today and giving us all this information. And I want to thank you, IP, for also making this happen.
Thanks for that, brother. Much appreciated. Wealth Engineering, do you have any closing statements, brother?
Yes, I'll try to go to them very quickly. I enjoyed this stream. I was very excited for it. I was waiting, and again, it's such a pleasure to see because we hear a lot about what Tony comes in a panel, but to come to see his mentee on the panel, to me, that's actually a source of inspiration as well. Like there is a lot of people that I mentor as well, and one day I wish one day that they could go and do exactly what the Faded Codes did today. So, a couple things I got from the podcast today, and I want to point it out. It's very, as Faded mentions, it's very important to have a budget. I know people that have high net worth, and they are the most frugal people that I know. And just like Faded says, man, like especially in the Black community, we're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and that's why we don't have a budget. This is keeping us very poor. And wants versus needs, that's going to help you stay within your budget. That's very important. Thank you, Faded Codes, for mentioning that. and again, find someone that knows more than you, professional. One thing I did this year, I searched almost 2 years for this professional. So a tax consultant, someone his only job is to study the tax code and finding loopholes. And also that guy that I found is also like a business lawyer, and he has his own accounting company. So basically, just one guy, he can do a lot of things for me, and that saves me time, saves me money. Like it's just I just have, and I this guy, I have a great relationship with him this year. Every purchase that I'm going to make from now and onward, I'm going to call him first. He's going to tell me what it is. And again, do even if you have to pay to get it first, to get into the network, getting their time, do it, because it can save you so much time and money later on. Find someone who knows more than you. Find a network, start networking, find a mentor. And you have a mentor here with Tony, and you see the works and how fast he has go from where he was to where he is now. And that's what a mentor can help you save. So with all that, I'll pass along. And thank you for the panel, Tony, Sean, and TDC, J Bones, for coming here, and IP again. Thank you for allowing us here.
Thanks for that, brother. TCD, do you have any closing statements, brother?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, as always, and I really appreciated the knowledge that was dropped. The one thing I'll say is that I think how behind we are is exaggerated by the American media, because down here in Jamaica, there are plenty of Black people with plenty of money. So don't give up hope.
Where in Jamaica are you, TCD?
I'm in Kingston, and I'll tell you, like, my neighbor is Black. He has 3 Porsches and 2 Range Rovers. Like,
that white 911.
No, he has a Macan. He has a black little one. I forget. I don't know the name.
TCD. I lived in Jamaica for 20 years. That's my home country.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Nice.
Word. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'll connect with you on that, actually, because I can tell you exactly where I am. It's dope.
Definitely. Yeah, let me know, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. So thank you guys. It's really always great to get on these live streams and stuff. And
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thanks for that, TCD. Thank you, bro. Mr. J Bones, do you have any closing statements, brother?
What we solved today is a lot. We got a lot done today, boys. Like I said from the beginning, we came in with the energy. The brother Faded came with everything. No goofiness today. No goofy time up here with us. No sense of goofiness today. I was more than impressed with my brother, man. Faded, you really, I could tell Faded was Jamaican even before he started hopping on the line. I could tell. Trust me. If you don't know much about Jamaican people, then you don't know much about Jamaican people. I could tell there's no goofiness up here. Shout out to the brother Faded. The truth, what we solve here today is everybody's a field in their own expertise. You understand? Everybody's an expert in their own field, and everybody's a field in their own expertise, man. One of the things that me and JC Wealth are going to be doing this week, we're going to be talking about international real estate, and I'm going to drop the game on them, for that one. We can get a lot done, brothers, from the left side to the right side. IP, thank you for the sacrifice. I know that you're getting 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep. Things are pretty tough over there, but we're gonna hold the line for you, and we pray for you every day, man. Thank you for your sacrifice, IP. Shout out to the brother Tony. Good to see you again, and shout out to the usual suspects. JC Faded, thanks a lot. TCD, Tony, Sean M. One time, man. Peace out to the brothers, man.
Peace out, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that, brother. Before I go on to Tony and Faded Codes for their closing statement, shout out to East Coast Kev for the $5 super chat. He says, Professor IP, sorry I'm late for class. Respect to the dynamic brothers on the panel. Thank you, bro, for the super chat. Much appreciated, bro. Thank you. This video will be posted on my channel as soon as possible, right after the stream ends. So brothers can rewatch it again and again. Shout out to Lamar JLP 914 for the $2 super chat. He says, our high are high yield ETFs good for buy and hold strategy? Is that good, Tony?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
averaging a 6% yield right now.
Yep.
Yes.
6.57% in
Yeah.
most, depending on the ETF.
Yeah, anything over 2.5 is good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for that, brothers. So let me go on to Tony Berry for his last closing statement. Do you have any?
Yes, I'm going to watch the stream from the beginning. As soon as I get time to do that, I'm going to do that this weekend or at the end of this weekend or tomorrow. I just want to say this, brothers, and this is what I mean by we have to stick together all over the world. Here it is. I met this brother, Faded. You know, when we bought our homes, he had both bought our homes at the same time. He lives right around the corner from me. I look out my house, I can see him when I look at the big mountain that we had in the state. This is the thing when I'm getting at here, brothers. This brother is from Jamaica. And I would, if I was the kind of brother, if I was a simp, if I was the Pookie and Ray Ray, and I met this brother, I would have been like, he from Jamaica, man. I don't care about that brother, man. He from Jamaica. I don't care where he from. Or hey, he from Haiti. I don't care. Or he from you. No, I embraced that brother. I saw a brother with a beautiful family, and I saw him in the military, man, trying to do his thing. I seen an opportunity. I said, oh man, I'm gonna help this brother out because I know he can make money. Because I already knew he had the right mind because he's buying property. A brother that bought property got mine. A brother that bought property
at 25 years old.
At 25 years old. That's a smart brother. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, the Pookie and Ray was be walking the other way. I'm not going to do that. I'm not letting the brother get away. Because now he's talking to you. He's talking to you all. He's talking to more brothers up here. You got a brother up here who has from Haitian, wealth engineering, brother for IP from UK. You got brother TCD from Jamaica. You got J Bones out of Ghana. You got Sean out of the US. I mean, we are international brothers. We're international. So if you see another brother, don't even think about where he's from. Just go approach him and see what he's about and help the brother out. That's all I got to say. And I want to say thank you. Thank you, Fader, for getting up here, brother. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm glad you're up here doing this platform. IP, thanks for inviting this brother up here. Wealth, thank you, man. I'm reaching out to you, brother, some more. J Bones, Sean, love you all, man. Thanks, brothers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tony Berry. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, brother. Shout out to Wealth Engineering again. Thank you, brother. Is that the 10th time you super chatted? Thank you, bro. It's for the $2 Canadian super chat. This says comment on the video after the stream. Yes, indeed. Thank you, brothers. Comment on this video, like the video. It helps out the algorithm. Let's push out this video to many brothers who need this financial intel and knowledge. Thank you for that again, Wealth Engineering. Much appreciated, brother. Coded underscore, faded underscore. What the?
Faded. Yeah, it's my handle. It's my handle because I'm from Jamaica. Everybody assume I smoke a lot of weed, so I'm always high. So I'm always faded, and I write it, and I enjoy writing code. So anyway, guys, my final closing comments. I want to thank Tony first of all for the knowledge that he's passed on to me throughout the years. I want to thank IP for this platform. And I'm just doing like I said what I spoke about for the past 3 hours, you have to pay to get that in a lot of places. People don't give that information out for free. That's why there's no ads on TV about it. Right? That's why there's no they would rather send you a spam mail about getting a $50,000 credit card than sending you spam mail about what the market is doing. Right? Because that is what the system is designed to do, right? Let you spend money, not make money, right? So when you can connect and network with people, right? It's okay, do it. It'll make you a lot better. Your network can also help you make your net worth. You understand what I'm saying? Your network can also help to make your net worth. If I didn't have the mentor and like Tony to push me out and basically encourage me and keep his foot on my neck and say, yo, you can do this, man. Right? Tony taught me how to negotiate a salary. I didn't know how to negotiate salary. Tony taught me how to read a contract. I didn't know all these things. You understand what I'm saying? So knowing people and having people who can help you do these things, right? My last job contract, Tony helped me negotiate that. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, I have the knowledge, but he has the experience. And I need his eyes to make sure that I'm not getting myself into something that's not going to help me move forward. Right? So at the end of the day, guys, like Wealth said, it's more about financial independence. Right? Don't drop that bag. Don't fumble it because you don't know if you'll ever get the chance again. All right. Thank you very much.
Powerful. Thank you to every single one who called in to contribute to this live stream. Thank you to the guest himself, Faded_Codes. Thank you to every single brother who called in and everyone who was contributing to the stream, for the live stream chat, for the cash app and the super chats, brothers. I will see you on my next live stream. Look after yourself, brothers. Peace out, brothers, and look after yourselves, okay?